Excuse me? What the fuck are you doing in a school?
Hello. Didn't we meet before? I think back in Pellberg City. Let me introduce myself. My name's Scott. Is that your real name? I've been traveling everywhere in search of outstanding trainers. More specifically, I'm looking for Pokemon experts. So, what brings you to this school? Are you a trainer too? First thing you should do is have Pokemon learn the move Cut.
Okay, you have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
If I remember correctly, someone in this town has Cut.
Sir, there are young children here. Okay.
Students who don't study get a little taste of my good law. Whether or not you're a good student will be evident by the way you use this item.
Should I call Officer Jenny on this place? Because this random stranger just walked in and is watching these kids, and the teacher's just beating them.
Don't worry, kids, I'll go get help.
Oh, she's so sad.
Oh my god, her eye.
Have an eye for her.
I just looked at my computer.
Yeah.
Ah!
You ever just look in the mirror and go, oh shit, oh fuck, oh Jesus.
I've been painting. I didn't know what this fucking creature was. Jesus fucking Christ. It's,
I'm fucking, she's not a creature, she's just a girl.
it's ugly.
Oh, woo fucking who, so are you.
Yes. But I'm fit, so fuck you.
Morag. Now I understand. Now I remember everything. I left Brigadoon in search of you, so that I could destroy you. But it was I who defeated you and wrapped you in my sweet, sweet embrace. And I had you all to myself for a century or two. In our own private wee world of darkness. You're all mine. And didn't forget it. You're my...
Fuck this weird sketch bullshit. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I forgot you have force spells. Whoever's gonna get whacked. Godspeed. Oh. Okay. That wasn't as bad as I thought. Oh, well, she got all her XP. It didn't count because she died after the fight. Who? I like Orlando or whatever her name is. The
She has no
office
head.
chick. Hold on. We can amend this.
What you're saying is no head.
In fact, that is what I'm saying.
I wonder what happens if I stick a fork in a computer radiator.
There you go.
I don't know, that third photo is pretty great.
Oh yeah, that's when she find. Okay, so context for this one, and I'm completely on her side here, is you basically enact an act of terrorism upon
Yeah.
a tower.
Ah,
You and Hop. You take your Pokemon, you go into Rose Tower, and you assault the entire place, going from the very bottom floor up to the chairman's office at the top.
Okay,
And why
we're
is
good.
this? Because
You just
Huh?
said you enacted an act of terrorism on a tower.
yeah, and you want to know why you did this? It's because Hop's brother Leon, who is the champion of the Galar region, was late for your dinner date because the chairman of the Pokemon League had to talk to him.
That's funny.
You can see why she's making this face.
That's fair.
She's like, if you've ever worked in customer service, you know this woman's pain.
Yeah. No,
You have made
for real.
this face and definitely this face.
Chat. I know this is like normal streamer like startup time is like 5 minutes. I'm usually like a 2-minute guy in more ways than one, you know? Haha. Like I kid you not, Vulcan came in drinking. He came in drinking to talk to me about his day. That's friendship. Anyways, I didn't want to just play Fallout again because I'm not really a Fallout channel, and I'm lightheaded as fuck right now. And also, third factor, I really want to finish this game because it deserves love and attention. So yes, sup Lex, playing the game. I guess in just like my recreational news, turns out there's some Elric and Melniboné audiobooks online, and I've only read like 2 or so chapters. I should say listen to. But basically, what I can say so far is Elric is definitely cooler than Garrick. All you Witcher fans can suck my dick. I won't say I'm gonna die on this hill because they're just gonna go nuh-uh, it doesn't matter. There's no point in dying on that hill. I'm noticing a lot of things that kind of ripped them off. Back in the day, back when I was younger, whenever was reading Harry Potter and shit, my dad got me, or he went down in the basement and grabbed all his Dragonlance novels. He's like, here son, read this, this is real magic shit. And one of the characters was Raistlin Mager, and the best way I can describe him is he was a turbo mid-maxed wizard. We're talking like this dude would probably have a -2 or -3 to his constitution. So basically, the premise with Raistlin was he also had a brother Caramon. Caramon was like this giant of a man, right? So he was like, Caramon was the like maxed out strength, dexterity, and constitution, but he was dumb as a pile of fucking bricks. And in Raistlin, straight up nearly kills himself getting up every day in a coughing spasm. There were multiple scenes in the novels where he's just constantly coughing up blood. And so Elric's a lot like that. If you guys like the mentality of Berserk being like Guts is just constantly like life wants him fucking dead, so far that seems to be Elric. Like, okay, what's your deal, Elric? Oh, I straight up need like shit tons of like drugs and medicine to even function. Literally nobody likes me except for this one raven-haired sorceress. And everyone's coming to kill me. And oh yeah, by the way, my sword is killing everyone I know and love and tormenting me every waking moment. Also, I'm fighting the demon, or fighting the fucking Chaos Lords. What else? Oh yeah, he's literally a race of people, of like albinos that have no concept of morality at all. Like that's not even like,
oh, they're just evil dickheads because they like it. It's literally that they just do not understand the concept of morality. And he is unfortunately cursed with a conscience. So, we can add Raceland. We can sure shit add Geralt. And we can kind of add Drizzt. That. And for those that might go like, oh my god, another fucking Elric cocksucker. I'm sorry, I can't not make the connections when Elric is a pale, white-haired, like, solemn... Oh god, what else was there? Like, edgelord that deals with the constant political machinations of everyone, kills monsters, and then has a romantic interest in a raven-haired sorceress and a chestnut-haired, like, side chick. Also, both of them are named the White Wolf, and Elric came out first, so fuck you. And also the dude that wrote The Witcher, and bless him for this work. I think he actually did, like, translations into Polish of many Elric works. So, yes. And I'll also say this. I just wish the guy wasn't an asshole about it, the guy that wrote The Witcher. In, like, one interview or something, he wrote his inspirations. One time he put Elric. Or, like, Michael Moorcock. I think he just put, like, Michael Moorcock, not even Elric. That one time. And he refuses to acknowledge it. Then again, that dude just... Think how much money he could have made on The Witcher if he didn't just take one lump sum to use, like, the rights to his franchise. He could have had so much more money. That would make... Realistically, that would make me bitter too. I would be an asshole about that. Meanwhile, from what I understand, Michael Moorcock is the exact opposite. You can't get him to shut the fuck up about the things he likes and his inspirations. There's also been a lot of more work to maintain. Yeah, but at the same time, it's still the, like... Let's be real, most people probably play The Witcher more than they actually read the books. Or watch the TV show. I can see the bitterness there, though. Also, based Michael Moorcock, there's another story. I think it's like called Hawkmoon. It's Hawk like something. And there's like this evil, debauched empire that rose from the ashes of a nuclear hellscape Earth. Right? Like, we're talking like chaos, like Warhammer chaos level shit. Okay? Where you're like gonna like... You're gonna like... I don't know, fuck a goat to make like a demon hybrid, then you're gonna fuck that for like 6 generations just so you can put it on your fucking plate and eat it as a nice cuisine. All while you hear the screams of the tortured, just so you can like enjoy your meal with some nice music type shit. And who are these horrible people? It was the British. The British Empire turned into those guys after the nuclear apocalypse. Oh, it's so funny just to think about. And very existential. Makes sense. Realistically though, if it was gonna be someone like that, I would assume it would have been Australia. Just for like the sheer amount of like horrible things they have to fight on a daily basis. And then the apocalypse happens. Oh, what was the one series? Was it the Shannara Chronicles where it was like elves, dwarves, and trolls were like products of nuclear fallout? I think it was. It had that like really weird show on like MTV. Like 2 seasons, and then they just like unceremoniously didn't even announce that they stopped production of it. I will admit though, just with the actors, it was very teeny bopper. Feeling wise. Except for Manu Bennett, who was like the turbo badass, like druid knight in that. That was like the one badass thing, but I like Manu Bennett. My fantasy is actually just post-apocalyptic sci-fi, yeah. Get real existential, it's like Time Machine, right? If you just go far enough in the future, eventually it's gonna reset and we're living in stick huts. Or mutate. Well, I guess that'd be more of evolution at that point. If you just go far enough. It's like Warhammer, right? It's like humanity conquered Earth and then sought the stars. And then bad shit happened and everyone kind of reset to like a techno knight society. Haven't seen that happen. But when it does, I want to document the reset. Well, that's the thing, right? That was the thing in Time Machine that really traumatized me. Was like, so spoilers for a fucking 100-year-old book or some shit. Is he like goes into the future because he's like, fuck this, I keep trying to save my wife, nothing's happened, I'm just going in the future and see what happens. And then there's an earthquake because he has to sit in the same spot with his time machine, and a rock hits him on the head and it knocks him out, and when he comes back the machine is still traveling forward in time, and he tries to figure out like what the fuck happened. And so there's a bunch of like dumb fucking people that have no care in the world. We're talking like togas and shit, and all they do is like eat grapes and just lounge about. Don't even care if like one of them is drowning. Like, take me to your library, I want to know what happened. And they're like, oh, what's a fucking library? Like, oh, you mean those old things? And then he takes them to him. There's like some books, and he goes to pull one open, fucking dust immediately. That is the most horrifying and most like burrowed into my brain scene in the movie rendition. Was like, wow, so eventually there will just probably be a point where like nothing nothing will be kept. You guys think when the internet eventually crashes out and like disconnects forever, you think it will like be like the Dark Ages and the Dark Ages 2? Because we just put everything on the internet essentially now. We got the Dark Ages, and then prior to that we had the Darker Ages. Don't think about it too hard. I had a conversation like that with my boss today. Oh, what was the context? It was like something like, I basically don't try to think about it because it'd be like getting a kitten and just constantly getting hung up on the fact like this thing's gonna die one day. You know? You just don't think about it for the sake of your sanity and your well-being. We'll go back to a slightly more advanced industrial revolution. I mean, a lot of things have this idea. Even Warhammer 40k has its own like mini version of this. Yeah. Hi Kane, how you doing? Where it's just like, fucking, oh shit, this knife is slightly better. Man, this is the greatest invention of all mankind. But like, I can't remember who we were talking about this with, but like the Vox comms, like, man, I do kind of hate how like they have like shitty, like they sound like shitty radios. Yeah, because it is actually just a shitty radio, but that's just all they got and they know how to work with it. We could go like super dark too. We could talk about like 9. That movie is so fucking awesome. That animated movie with the ragdolls. Like humanity just gone. 9 she goes to like, what's this fucking thing? And it's straight up just a bullet, and he goes to like slam it against the rock. Like, don't do that. Some things are best left forgotten. God, 9. I need to watch that. I've had the urge for 3 movies recently. 1, Conan the Barbarian, because that's my favorite movie of all time. I want to watch The Crow again, the original Crow, the only good fucking Crow movie. And now I won't watch 9 again. The 4K makes it more retarded by saying new things is tech heresy. Yeah. Was it like the Mechanicus, like they might like make something and they have to like bury it in the ground for like 50 years. And then they just like dig up like, oh shit, what is this? I love just how much of a fucking double standard the Mechanicus are. It's great. And it's just because they make all of your stuff for you. Although I will admit though, like if AI really did kind of like fuck everything up and like pretty much destroy everything, and we can kind of blame the elves a little bit for that too. I'd probably say like, yeah, okay, all fucking AI is banned. Actually, wait, that's also kind of the premise of the origins of Guilty Gear. Because it's like, all technology bad. AI evil, fucks up everything. We use magic now. Because these like 9 holy wise men of magic showed up and taught everyone that magic does in fact exist. And you might think to yourself, after like thinking about it a little deeper, it's like, well, Hawk, what do you mean by all technology bad? All of it, including like pacemakers and shit. Grandpa's pacemaker, it turned evil and it killed him. His chest fucking exploded like a xenomorph. Tech bad. Now, is the evil AI still relevant after all that time in Guilty Gear? I don't know. They're not gonna try it though. Oh, you guys want to play the game? I feel bad because we always like talk about like deep shit, and I do like talking about the deep shit with you guys. It's probably my favorite thing. But at the same time, like last time we played this, we straight just went on a Digimon tangent. It's like, fuck it, we'll play Digimon instead. Someone makes a new mechanical dildo. Ooh, we totally found a new tech. Somebody make an engine 5% better. Time to die, tech heretic. Oh, you know what you just reminded me of? I think it was the first like Michael Bay Transformers movie. And there was like some, I think it was like some kind of like pulse tech thing that started turning technology into like Transformers. And there was a scene where this dude's just carrying an Xbox 360. And it just turns into like a, what were those little things from the like old anime show when I was a kid? The mini bot? It just turned into like a fucking evil mini bot. It just started attacking the dude's fucking Xbox. Mini-cons, that's it, yep. Dude, the mini-cons were so cool when I was a kid. Again, thinking I was a dumb kid, and I thought like every toy I saw on TV was cool. Gosh, fucking sideways. That guy was weird, and he just kept sticking around. Ugh. Mini-cons were not evil little gremlins. Don't compare them to Michael Bay's monsters. Dude, like, I don't know much about, like, any other, like, Transformers movies. Other than like after the first one, Shia LaBeouf's character went by like Ladies Man 669 on eBay in the second movie. Much cooler in the animated shows. Yeah, Bumblebee pissing on the dude. You guys remember when fucking Jazz just like tried to fight Megatron by himself and Megatron just ripped him in half? He's like, yeah, come on, bitch, and he just grabs him and rips him apart. You want a piece of me? No, I want two. You know, the sad part about Jazz there was I'm pretty sure he was like supposed to be the black guy of the group, and guess what? I think he was the only one that died. First one to die, the technically not black guy. Oh yeah, it's literally the line. Speaking of black people dying, did you guys ever tell you about my like horror noir story? So I like me some Lovecraftian shit. I like me just some horror in general. And I love me some noir. In college, I had like a big like roaring 20s to like 40s era kind of thing. Where, you know, I would listen to like music back from that era. Follow may have helped with that. What was it? I listened to a lot of like old radio shows from back in the day. Like I listened to like The Shadow, all that shit. I bought some like Shadow and like Doc Savage pulps. And so, you know, I see something on TV, it's like horror noir. Oh, this seems like it's up my fucking alley. It was a documentary about how the black person always dies first in horror. I was so disappointed. like, oh my god, that could have been a really good concept. No. It had nothing to do with noir either, by the way. They literally just used the word noir for black. It's like when you're like trying to find something on TV and you see like, oh, Ghostbusters, hell yeah. Oh, it's the 2014 one. And you can't tell, right? Because both of them are straight up just called Ghostbusters. My disappointment was immeasurable and my day was ruined. I don't know how we got here. I guess kind of go back to Transformers. What is Megan Fox doing right now? Hold on. Recent Megan Fox movies. Because... okay. I looked up recent Megan Fox movies and the latest one was Subservience. And in my head, I read it as fucking Subverse. You know, that game made by those animators. Okay, I'm gonna go back to just chatting right now. Here. Wait, what the fuck? There was an Expendables movie in 2023? Oh yeah, did you guys know that there's a second Happy Gilmore movie out? I learned that today. It was bad. No! Wait, hold on. Wait, I might know this one actually. This... is this the one where they try to... is this the one that had Ronda Rousey in it? If so, that one kind of did suck. Let's see here, what other... I remember there was one movie my dad had watched. Because, like every kid, that like watched the first Transformers movie. Not me though. I never really liked Megan Fox. My dad has a huge thing for Megan Fox. And the premise of the movie was like kind of cool. It was basically people invaded your house and you're chained and stuck to the corpse of your dead husband. That was like a kind of a cool idea. Oh my god, was it fucking stupid. Not a real fox, minus 10 points. Yeah, where's your fox ears, bitch? Where's your foofy tail? And it's like... It's just like, it was the logic in the movie was really bad. I think the final nail in the coffin was like, at one point she like... It's like on a fucking frozen lake, the house, essentially. And she falls into the fucking sub-zero temperature water. And she's down there for like a good 30 seconds in the film. And she just comes right back up. Like, bitch, you be dead in like 5 seconds. It was very much movie logic. There was a lot of movie logic in it. That's what killed it for me. Then again, I want like when I see like a premise like that, I would assume something like I want to say like normal person Rambo fighting to survive in any way they can, but that's straight up just Rambo. I'm pretty sure Rambo was just like a normal guy with just like severe PTSD. You know, like maybe like, shit, I gotta cut my arm off for this, I guess. What other movies apparently did is Megan Fox? Well, first thing that comes up in Megan Fox movies is of course Jennifer's Body, the movie that spawned an entire generation of lesbians. Wait, what the fuck? Megan Fox was in The Dictator? Night Teeth. I don't know what that is, but that sounds cool. She was in Gotham City. I forgot there was a fucking Birds of Prey movie. Takes a while to kill you, but yeah, 30 seconds would take you to the point of not coming back if the water's sub-zero. Unless she was working her butt off to keep her body temp afterwards. No. Well, the movie kind of ended after that point. That was like the big like cathartic moment of surviving. Just, did anyone else until I mentioned that remember the fucking Birds of Prey movie? Where it had Obi-Wan Kenobi in it? I completely forgot that existed. Birds of Prey. Big DC fan. Cool concept. I like Batgirl. I like Huntress because, you know, I watched the Justice League cartoon back in the day. Let me put this back on, actually, so you guys aren't, like, bored of my ramblings. Who else? Black Canary, super hot. Love the fishnet design. But oh my god, are they fucking obnoxious about Birds of Prey. It's like Harley Quinn. I can't fucking stand Harley Quinn. Was she great when she was just like, you know, the chick like she needs to leave her man, but she's not going to. I feel bad for her. I avoid that movie because of the plague. I could barely see what it would be. You didn't want to see DC just like humiliate themselves again. Funny enough, like, don't get me wrong, I love DC. I prefer DC much over Marvel. But boy howdy, every time they make a movie, it's straight up just like that one embarrassing like event where the director of the shitty Ghostbusters movie I mentioned earlier dressed up as a clown and had women laugh at him. That is the equivalent of every time DC makes a movie, unfortunately. I don't know about the Superman movie. I've been hearing some mixed things about the new Superman movie. I hope it's good. I like Superman. James Gunn really did straight up just kind of shoot himself in the foot with that one interview. I will admit that. That was fucking bad optics. That was super bad PR.
There's actually something I want to check real quick too. Did James Gunn make Lollipop Chainsaw? Yes, James Gunn was in fact involved in the development of Lollipop Chainsaw. He co-wrote the game's script with Masahiro Yuki. The game was developed by Grasshopper Manufacture, with Suedo51 as director. While Gunn wasn't a director or lead developer, his writing contributed significantly to the game's overall tone. You know, this game. This would be a fun game to play. Let us never forget where James Gunn came from. Because you know he's gonna be like the directors of God of War, right? It's like the first few God of War games they made like his career. They made the studio's career. Like, but nowadays, like, oh, you know, we just weren't mature back then. Now we're mature people and we write mature stories. Fucking Walking Simulator. What was it Fleekazoid said about sad gods learning to live, laugh, and love again? Fuck that, Kratos, be angry again. You were cool when you were angry. You literally sundered the mythological world when you were angry. Now you can't even climb up a fucking mountain to deliver your wife's ashes. I've still never seen the ending. Like, God of War Ragnarok 1. Which is like, they're at the ending. I don't even know if they ever got up to the mountain. Was also Lollipop Chainsaw was the Juliet Starling, which is the main character's name. 18, by the way. She specifically expresses that at the start of the game. It's like every blonde cosplayer ever cosplayed as her, which I'm not complaining. I was a teenager when that game came out, so never played it myself. There were a few games that I learned from my father around a very specific age, such as the game Rumble Roses. I tried streaming that once. I might try it again now I have like an actual good computer. Okay, I'm closing my tabs, hold on. Oh god, what were some other... When did Lollipop Chainsaw come out? I now want to see, like... When... did... Lollipop Chainsaw come out? Because that was, like, a very strange era in games, I feel. Lollipop. No, I don't want the fucking song. Oh my god, it came out in 2012. Dudes. What the fuck? This is the picture that came up in like the release date. Well, who was the big one? Was it Jessica Negri? That was like a big sexy cosplayer back then. Oh wait, no, hold on. I gotta open that up. Let's see what's on the shelves. I see a fucking Wii and a Nintendo 3DS. Hold on. Be gone, thought. We must... Okay, I see some Lego games back there. Enhance. Oh god, no, I said enhance. Yo, there's a fucking Batman. I think that's Arkham... I think that's Arkham City. See who that is. Okay, hold on. I see the Wii games, because you know they had some really good fucking shovelware back then. Okay. It's kind of hard to tell. I see like a Madden game. White case, PC or Wii. I think it just says Wii, because I don't see a U. Let's see here. Okay, it's just kind of Lego games on display. That makes me kind of sad. There's a fucking Avatar game. Okay, can we see the DS games? No, wait, we can see some. Oh my god, there's sleeping dogs.
The SpongeBob game. Okay, what we got behind here? We got Tiger Woods PGA Tour. God, the fucking avatars on Xbox. Let's see here. Video games that came out in 2012. That was such a strange year. Okay, let's see here. Oh shit. Okay, this was actually kind of a stacked year, actually. What the fuck happened? Hold on. Okay, this is gonna look really fucked up because I was like trying to do a video. Hold on. There we go. Oh wait, no, hold on. No, it was this one. There we go. And it was... watch screen. I'm going down memory lane. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sachi. We're diverting again. Now if I can just... okay, there we go. Actually, I'm honestly gonna feel more comfortable if I just do this. No, 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 no. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. No Cyclops waifu for you. Yeah, it's just like literally every time we go to play this game, the fucking Tism comes out. I'm sorry, Sachi. And like we actually get kind of nostalgic because I'm pretty sure last time I like seriously played Love at First Sight, we straight up just talked about like manga that I used to like read. Okay, let's see the games that came out in 2012. What how old was I? I was 15. Okay, so we had Borderlands 2, the last good Borderlands game to ever come out. First one was realistically okay. Horribly imbalanced as somebody that has played Lilith, Mordecai, and then tried playing as Brick. Horribly imbalanced. Everything else, the humor just never aged, and let's just put it this way. Humor from 2012 meme culture does not translate to 2025. Mass Effect 3, fun game. Ending really shit the bed. That's when the Walking Dead game came out, apparently. Max Payne 3, nice. Assassin's Creed 3, this is when they started taking a dive. Worst Mass Effect game. The combat was really fun. As somebody that played Infiltrator, I didn't have to be a sniper. I could just shove my fist up the enemy's ass. But yeah, the ending was... You don't count anything past 3. Yep. We do not count Andromeda. Persona 4 Golden came out. There's a Twisted Metal game? Wait, is this the Twisted Metal that's like super dark and gothic? Lego Batman 2, Resident Evil woman blowing a giraffe. Fucking Silent Hill Downpour. Darksiders 2, when the game finally decided to have identity of its own. Oh my god, Diablo 3? Aren't they making another Mass Effect? Allegedly. That's like them saying like, didn't they say they're gonna make a Dragon Age game? Yeah, and then Dreadwolf took like 10 years to come out, and then it came out as Veilguard. Alan Wake's American Nightmare. Yo, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. This shit is my jam. The Darkness 2. That game. I fucking love Amalur. Hotline Miami. Fire Emblem game. Armored Core 5. SCP Containment Breach. Okay. Dishonored. It's fun to get halfway through. Everything's just stat stick.
Yeah, I will say this, for anyone ever curious to play Kingdoms of Amalur, don't invest in stealth. It'll make you want to kill yourself. There's a meter that rises when enemies see you, but it's basically always instant when they're looking right at you, and they flip on a fucking dime. Like, they 180. So my recommendation is you be a Chad, and you go 50% like sneaking, or like you go 50% finesse and then might, because might's badass. And you just get stripped cool perks. Like if like there's an enemy corpse on the ground, pretty sure the max perk is like if you still attack it, you get extra money. They're like a Slayer archetype. I also want to check another year, 2014. Let's go Mage and Finesse. Mage and Finesse is actually cool too, because your dash can actually poison enemies. And chakrams are just sick as hell. Actually, no, let's go to 2013 before we do 14. I can't type. I don't know my fucking numbers. BioShock Infinite came out in 2013. The amount of fucking sauce that came out of Elizabeth is wild. Like between those 2 years, it was Juliet Starling and it was Elizabeth. I have never beat the damn game because it always gets boring by the time you have all the skills. Yeah, the game is very long, especially if you do all the quests and you have to run everywhere. I am sick in the head though, where like kind of running from location in that game because the environments are so beautiful. I'm okay with it. Definitely not for everybody though. Metal Gear Rising came out in 2023 or 20. Why is it 2023? 2013. Crafting does make it a cakewalk, yeah. The Tomb Raider reboots came out. Okay, it's coming back to me. It was Juliet Starling, it was Elizabeth, and it was the reboot of Lara Croft. Saints Row 4th. Payday 2 came out in 2013, okay. Injustice, Gods Among Us. This is where it started tanking quality of the Arkham games. Origins was okay. It wasn't great though. Outlast. The worst year to ever happen. Far Cry Blood Dragon. Rise, Son of Rome. Dota. So for those that don't know, Rise, Son of Rome, that's a don't ever poke the fucking bear learning lesson, because back in the day, you know, like fucking crunch was always a thing, right? In like game development, and the people working on Rise, Son of Rome, this was a Xbox One launch title, by the way, was bragging like, yeah, you know, we got our 9 to 5s and then we just go home, we see our families, god, it's so great. And then the game was essentially just duct taped together by QTEs, and that was the entire game. Yeah. It's basically a demo. It was a launch title, that's what it tells you. Like fucking Knack. When they released that trailer for Knack 2, it was like, who gives a shit? I played it and I didn't give a shit. Remember Me? She's really hot, actually. Dude, I miss the days of protagonists where they're like super badass, like deep blue, like chicks. Like, this is a fucking power stance here. She's cool. And then it was like her archetype. And then it was John Space Marine. Battle Block Theater, that was a funny game. Which one was A Realm Reborn? Oh, this is the one everyone jerks off to now. I want you to understand I feel like a good chunk of Final Fantasy XIV fans aren't gonna remember this. I will always remember it, because Final Fantasy XIV was such a
Fuck you, I love it. But also fuck that game. Yeah, when it came out, it was a fucking dumpster fire. And Squeenix could not have their baby Final Fantasy be bad. At least back then. Now now it's just always bad. And so they took every development team and it was all hands on deck. All hands on deck. Which included other studios that weren't working on the fucking game. They delayed all. This really does show the mentality of Final Fantasy 14. Like Final Fantasy can do no wrong to Squeenix. They pushed back every other game they were making, including the Western branch, who was making Deus Ex at the time. They were making a Deus Ex game. That made so many people mad. That's how bad Final Fantasy 14 was. The Bureau XCOM. Yo, guys. Can your game run Crisis 3? Can your game run Crisis? Link Between Worlds. I like that they add the fucking movie tie-in game to this list. Meanwhile, Grand Theft Auto Online also came out apparently that year. There's a Sly Cooper game, a God of War Ascension. Brothers, is this the studio that is the fuck the Oscars guy? I love that guy. God bless him. And he's passionate about the games he makes. At least he sells it to me enough to make me want to believe. Fucking Last of Us came out in 2013. And then they proceeded to re-release it over and over. Guys, did we really need a re-release of Last of Us 2? Like, I feel like the original still stands up on its own. You don't need to re-release it. Even then, like people that masturbate to fucking Naughty Dog games are the only people that are like realistically gonna play it because fuck you and your angry lady golfer simulator. You're not deep, you're being a doomer. Was it cool when Joel popped a cap and all those people at the end of the first game? Hell yeah, I'd do the same thing. But don't sit there and act like, oh, this is a beautiful cycle of hatred and how destructive it can be. How long ago was the original before the re-releases? Oh, apparently 2013 it first came out. But let's see here. Let me check. Last of Us Part 2 release date. Okay. Dude, it came out in fucking 2020. Okay, and now the remaster, because fucking why not, right? 4 years. 4 years. You can still just play that game. Technology didn't advance that fucking much. Then again, Last of Us is Sony's Skyrim. They just re-release that thing every few years and they make shit tons of money. Shame it wasn't Uncharted. I actually kind of respect those games for their pulp origins. 10 years is a good benchmark. Yeah, because like remasters, at least for me, the ones I get are just like, you can't really play it anymore. Or it's like such a fucking duct tape Rubik's Cube puzzle box that it's a pain in the ass to even run, so they release it where it's easier. Talks about Amalur. Remember, don't release your fancy RPG 3 months after an Elder Scrolls. Yeah, Skyrim released 1 week later. It was the Video Game Awards and it won Game of the Year. Anyways, let's go on to 2014. First one was Dark Souls 2. Dragon Age Inquisition. That game was meh as fuck. There were definitely some companions I really fucking hated. It just me and we've talked about this on stream. Me and Vulcan, we like sat in Discord and we like played and like built off each other as we were playing Inquisition together. Naturally, I was the religious paladin zealot. And eventually me and Vulcan just got to the point as we were both playing, is like, dude, I'm just fucking tired of playing this. Like, it's so fucking long and boring at points. Shadows of Mordor, that was really fun. The balance kind of broke when you got the ability to drain life. Alien Isolation. Guys, I know there might be like some people that like, oh, you should play like a real horror game. I do play some horror games. Mine are just more artistic. I'm never gonna play Alien Isolation because it just seems kind of boring and the AI seems kind of bullshit sometimes. New Thief game was bad. Not anything like, oh, do not remind me of Thief, motherfucker. You mean autistic? Yeah, you know, I like my art. I'm a very artistic person. I'm so artistic, it's almost like a religion, like an artism. I'm very strong in my artism. Stick of Truth, that game has no right being such a good RPG. Assassin's Creed, which one was Rogue? Oh, that's right. Was this the year like Assassin's Creed had 2 games come? Yes. They released 2 games because they was supposed to be like, they were like loosely related to each other. Like Rogue killed the main character in Unity's dad or some shit. Binding of Isaac Rebirth, yep. Man, what happened to Watch Dogs? That was such a cool concept. A bunch of hipsters stole it. PT. Guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I mean, you guys know I don't like Kojima. I think he's very overhyped. How the fuck are you supposed to figure out anything in PT without looking it up? Like, to progress, you need to say, like, Lisa. The name Lisa into your, like, PlayStation microphone. How are you supposed to figure that out? Otherwise, you're running through the same hallway over and over again. He makes games like he's stoned 24/7. Yeah. Don't quote me on this, but didn't he like fake a massive injury to like promote one of his games? It's like he's like all wrapped up in shit. It wouldn't surprise me. Oh, by the way, guys, we've got the most important game of 2014, Five Nights at Freddy's. Spawning an entire generation of furries. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change the screen because now I'm pretty sure we're just chatting at this point. Just chatting. Looking. I'm old. Roasting. 2010's games. Roasting. Game. Literally back in my day. Legend of Korra. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Korra, smoking hot. The tan tomboy we all love. You know, the tan fit tomboy. Obnoxious as fuck. Couldn't stand watching the series. Little Big Planet 3, God knows how many, like, licensing nightmares that game made. Oh, Bound by Flame! I remember this game! Where your options were, like, be a goody two-shoes, and... Hold on, let me see if I can pull up pictures. Down by flame. So your options for being the goody two shoes guy was, and I'll admit she is super cute. Your options, fuck, give me the picture. I just want the picture. No, that's a fucking YouTube video. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hold on. Sybil. Her name was fucking Sybil. Okay, your options were the super cute, like, redhead sort. God fucking damn it, another YouTube video! Why is this so hard? Fuck it. There. Sybil. Okay. Or your options were... What's her name? Okay, that's her name. Or your options were being the evil guy and getting this sexy evil witch waifu. Core of the series is fine. There are a lot of shows, but nothing compared to the original series. Yeah. Like, do you want Liliana, the nice little church girl? Or do you want the fucking sexy witch your mother warned you to stay away from? It was an okay game. Yo, Hyrule Warriors came out in 2014. Church. Yeah, but lecture boring. I'm sorry. I'm a pious man. Yeah, it was really weird. They were kind of like religious scholar type people. Honestly, I would like to try Evil Within. This is made by like Tango Works, right? Yeah, Tango Gameworks. Where they did nothing but make great games. And then Xbox shit the bed and killed them. They kissed them on the forehead and then just shoved the gun in their mouth. Offended by my taste. Not ashamed, I mean. That's respectable, I respect that. I respect a man that stands by his morals. I'm just gonna close this game for now. I still have the game running in the background. Titanfall. I remember when this game came out, the biggest like files in the game was the fucking sound files. It was a very small game. Infamous Second Son Special Edition. Fucking the amount of hipster bullshit in that game was suffocating. The pre-sequel filled me with so much anxiety because I was always worried because my oxygen was always ticking down. There was always times to get oxygen. Running out was never going to be a concern, but it filled me with anxiety because it was ticking down. I feel like this is like Blizzard's been sucking like tit water for many years around this time when Hearthstone came out. But I feel like this is when they really got into loot boxes because it's basically just opening card packs. The fuck is the Blackwell Epiphany? It's a graphic adventure game designed and published by Widget Eye Games. Fifth and final game in the Blackwell series. Civilization Beyond Earth. Alright, let's go. Why does that not... 2015. Oh hey, Fallout and The Witcher. What we fucking do. We're going back to Elric, boys. It always circles back around. Wait, Bloodborne came out... I could have sworn Bloodborne came out in 2014. Arkham Knight, that was a shame. I love my Batmobile stealth sections. Yo, Resident Evil Revelations 2. This game, fucking peak co-op. I will worship this fucking game, okay? One of you is like the shooter. You're like Claire or Barry Burton. Claire Redfield, Barry Burton. And then the other person can't fight. But they can like stun enemies, they can find items. They're usually the person that has to like go and do shit. Back in the day, I did have a crush on Moira Burton. Maybe not so much nowadays, but she was super cute. Oh my god, I'm now actually like looking at this list. Dude, Infinite Crisis. The DC MOBA. Granted, there's like 20 fucking different types of Batman in there. But they killed this game so hard and people tried to keep it alive. I think they tried like buy the rights to it. Like fans. And then the Order 1886. Does anyone remember this? I do, because my dad has a collector's statue. Like the Victorian era werewolf hunter game. Oh, Guitar Hero Live. That was sad. You know it's bad when they have to put fucking FIFA on here. Blood Bowl 2. Oh my god, Hatred! This is straight up just a game where you're a mass shooter, essentially, and you just kill everybody. And the internet had a fucking hissy fit, and they fell for it. That's exactly what the creator wanted. Wait. How did we... Like, okay, Five Nights at Freddy's, not big games, not in-depth. But how did we go from 2014 being Five Nights at Freddy's 1? I feel like this list might not be accurate, actually. There's no way he made like 3 games in a year. 4 games in a year. Destiny. I'm still burned by the original launch of Destiny. That demo, before they released the game, everyone was so hyped. Super hyped. And I got in there because I was like, okay, this is actually pretty fun. And then it turns out the demo was like a third of the game, and it was like a mission. Did they ever do anything with that sexy blue queen? I don't know. I beat the main campaign, and then I just stopped. Basically did. Oh my god, Star Wars Battlefront! The controversy of this game when it came out. Where, like, people did the math, and it was like, I'm being hyperbolic here, but it would, like, it would take you, like, literally, like, 10 years, like, the math was something crazy like that, just to, like, unlock Darth Vader. Just to play as. That's how bad, like, the loot box microtransactions were. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. Yo, Splatoon. Hey guys, what is Splatoon, girl? What is Squidlings good for? I can't play that video on stream. It's on YouTube, but I can't play it on stream. Oh my god, Rainbow Six Siege came out in 2015. That game's 10 years old. Until Dawn. No, you know what I'm talking about, because I showed it to you. Okay. This developer, okay, in my opinion, they made one good game out of, like, this whole, like, your choices matter. And that was House of Ashes.
because the plot was wild. Like, there's no like annoying fucking like cringe teeny bopper dialogue. There was no like literally game breaking bugs, and it just wasn't stupid as shit. And what is the premise? You are in Iraq after 9/11 and you find a tomb that has fucking vampires in it. That is badass. And Salim Best Boy, believe it or not, is the guy fighting against the US. But at the end, if you do your cards right, like the fucking American soldier that signed up after 9/11 becomes fucking blood brothers with Salim. And Salim kills like 8 vampires with a fucking piece of rebar. Oh god, and then immediately after Until Dawn is of course Life is Strange. Fuck Chloe. I hope she shoots herself again. I would let her die. Like, does that town probably have problems? Absolutely, it's a small town. I don't think all those innocent people though deserve to die because I want to be a lesbian with some shitty blue-haired chick. Oh, what was her name in that game? It was the Catholic girl, the one that tries jumping off the building. I felt so bad for her. She was like, she was such a precious little angel, and she got fucked up. At least as far as I saw like halfway through, and I saw the ending. Like I got halfway through, got fed up with Chloe's attitude, and then just saw the ending. And then Rise of the Tomb Raider. I'd like to play the Tomb Raider games. Maybe not the last one. Last one just kind of came out and that was it. Why is my number pad isn't working? Okay, 2016. What do we got here? Did Overwatch come out in 2016? It feels older than that. Dark Souls 3 and Doom. Final Fantasy 15. Dishonored 2. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I do not like Dishonored 1. I think it's a really bad game design when it's, look at all these cool powers you can use in your stealth game. Love that concept. Great concept. This game basically did try to rip off Thief. Worst games you could rip off. Thief's pretty sick. But when most of those powers involve killing people, and when you kill people you get the bad ending, and I don't care what any fucking like dick sucker like video essayist has to say, when it's like no one will blame fucking queen bitch for what he did and how she failed, and like your kingdom is ravaged by like the plague, as opposed to the good ending where they find a cure and she's super nice and not a bitch. I'm pretty sure that's the bad ending. So don't penalize me for using like the tools you give me. But anyways, Dishonored. Everyone said like, oh, Dishonored, it's just a good game. Fucking everyone wanna play Dishonored. And then Dishonored 2 came out and no one fucking played it. No one talked about it. Oh, yep, I see Stardew on here. Persona 5 came out the same year. Oh my god, No Man's Sky came out. Game has lasted for years and still gets updates. Yeah, that dude's going crazy on Stardew. Quantum Break. Fucking Kirby game, hell yeah, brother. Oh, here's the game that got delayed because of Final Fantasy 14. At least I think that's, unless they came out with one in like the last 2 years. Like in the 2 years prior or some shit.
Yep, Deus Ex. Deus Ex. Pokemon Master Sex. I forgot they made another Mirror's Edge. Let's see here, what else is there's some Firewatch. I don't give a shit about that game. It's one of those walking simulators. People say they like it, but that said Shadow Testicles. No, it's okay. Lex, earlier when we were looking up the Megan Fox movies, I straight up thought she was like, it's like first movie Megan Fox starred in, Subverse. Like, okay, I mean, it's art, but I don't know if you want to call that a movie. I mean, basically, it's basically a movie. They're a bunch of just like animators. XCOM 2. There are some pretty heavy hitters in 2016. Like the first, like the Doom reboot, Dark Souls 3, Overwatch when it first came out, Last Guardian, LOL. Stardew release, Persona 5. I'm not a fan of that game, but people love it. By the way, is anyone else surprised that Persona 5 got turned into a gacha game? Yakuza 6, Obzu. Yeah, Obzu is like one of those like cool, like relaxing, like diving games, right? Ratchet and Clank, where they straight up just made a female Ratchet just so they would draw porn of it. Developer said it. No, not surprising. Okay. I feel like Sony's more on the pulse. Like for some reason, even though they used to be like the visual novel console, and they try censoring shit. Even though they know what they should be walking into with, like, Senran and Kagura. They're kind of on the pulse, because you guys remember that one article of, like, a Sony, like, whistleblower said that they got paid overtime to, like, make porn of Aloy? And just, like, put on Rule 34. Like, they're kind of on the pulse, you know, they did that with Ratchet and Clank. The Attack on Titan game down there is bad, but they made a second one that is amazing. Damn. Yo, oh, a Mana game. Dude, I want to play some of the Mana games a lot more. It's so sad because the most recent one to come out, like from like, was it last year? It looks so good. That feels like my action, like JRPG niche that I crave now. And the studio immediately got shut down because fucking Xbox. Because I think they're owned by Xbox. That could be just a game that it was coming out on Xbox, but it was on the showcase. Civ 6. Tom Clancy's The Division. What was that game that was like up and running for like a week? Was it the day after, where it just basically looked like The Division? Also remember, kids, The Last Guardian was made by the people that did Shadow of the Colossus, and this game was in like development hell for like a decade, so of course it wasn't going to be good. My dad was more of an Ico guy, which was the game they made before that. Before Shadow of the Colossus. Anyways, 2017. Oh, there you go, Lex. First one stripped is Nier Automata. Automata. Assassin's Creed Origins. Dude, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. I would love to play some like the remakes of Resident Evil. Lord knows I've lost gallons to Jill Valentine, as has pretty much many men, including gay men. I know gay men, they do not like feminine women. They'll like Zarya and stuff, but they straight up admit like, oh dude, Jill's the caveat. I go straight for Jill. I miss playing that, yeah. But anyways, I'd love to play the Resident Evil games. I do not want to play Biohazard. It just does not look that interesting. And I can tell they just watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Dude, the fucking heated debate, and by debate I mean audience versus reviewers, because that one guy just could not figure out how to jump in that fucking game. Like, jump air dash. He's like, well, do reviewers need to be good at video games to review them? Yes. I'll give you 2 words. God hand. People love that game. And they say it was a good game. But what happened in IGN with the review? This game fucking sucks. It's just brutal for no fucking reason. This is a piece of shit. It doesn't fucking work. And then when people actually started playing it, and after seeing that bad review, like, dude, you just fucking suck at the game. So yes, I think they should be decent at playing the game. Because otherwise it basically distorts the view. Can't fucking stand that shit. This is Silk song, you can sing about that. It's coming out, guys, we swear! All you invaders and fangirls, it's coming out, we promise! It isn't easy, but it was the fucking tutorial that taught you how to jump dash. Oh my god, Hellblade, the game that was at like this fucking E3 for like 10 years and then came out and everyone just... Honestly, I think it's one of those games where like people heard it was good and then thought it was good. It's not that fucking deep. She's just a schizo. What's that joke? Oh boy, I love retrosploitation platformer that's secretly about mental illness. Man can't double jump. I watched for 30 minutes of that moron trying to do that and it hurt my soul. He did it for 30 minutes? Dude, like seriously, like after like 2 minutes, just give up. Take a breath, reevaluate, and then try again. If you can't get it another like 2 minutes, at that point you might want to get someone that's actually good at platformers and like enjoys platformers to review the game. I hear that's a big problem too. Like they'll have reviewers that don't like certain types of games review the fucking games. And then they complain that Dark Souls needs an easy mode. Don't get me wrong, I got super salty in Elden Ring. But I refuse to ever say, put an easy mode in. Oh yeah, Prey. Okay, so here's the thing about Arcane Studios, guys. 26 minutes, oh my god. Here's the thing about Arcane Studios, they want so desperate, or they wanted to, they're closed down now. They wanted so desperately to be Looking Glass Studios. What are their big games? Dishonored. It's basically them trying to be Thief. Prey. That was basically just System Shock. And then they made that time loop game that they tried, like video game like award ceremonies and like announcement shows. They tried being the fluffer for that game so hard for years. They tried giving it awards as hard as they possibly could, and nobody liked it. Nobody played it. It's like that like Dungeons and Dragons like Dritz game where like as soon as the money stopped flowing for the streamers to shill the fucking game, they all admitted that they hated it, it was boring, and they didn't like it, and they just stopped playing it. They never did add couch co-op like they said they would, but then again, they stopped development after a month after it came out. I can send it to you if you want. Yeah, send it in the Discord if you can. I want to see it. Guys, we're seeing a Wolfenstein game in here a lot, and I'm really afraid. Which is the one that has the twins? Is it New Colossus? Okay, no. BJ's back. Call of Duty World War II, Splatoon 2, Life is Strange, fucking whoop-de-doo. New Blood, that makes sense. Oh, Neo, that's a good, like, Souls-like game. Did Doki Doki come out in 2017? It feels older than that. When did Honey Pop come out? Because I feel like it was like around that same time. I'm not gonna put this one on stream because it's Twitch. And also, my save searches are fucked. Okay, no, Honey Pop came out in 2015. They were just in that kind of like vein of like waifu game. Yo, guys, what is this? Why is this blank? I think that says Mass Effect, but we all know they didn't make one after 3. There was 3, and then there was just like a long span of time, and then they just re-released them all in a, like an HD bundle, and they fixed Femshep's face. Well, kind of. She still has that fluoride stare occasionally. For Honor, Battlefront 2. Fortnite came out in 2017. In the video game. Oh, dude, fucking Dragon Quest 11. Fucking love it. Fucking love Jade. Peak classic JRPG, refined to perfection. Oh my god, the Gamescom demo. Dean's shameful 26 minutes of gameplay. Hopefully that's good. Samus Returns was legit. I feel bad for the Metroid fans, man. They never get a win. Could have gotten Dragon Quest 10. Yeah. There's like some fan translation. I remember back when I was playing 9, Kazuki showed me. But I hear it was kind of rough back then. Guys, would it be mean if I just made this like my BRB video? What happens if we speed up? Is it gonna look like a coked out Cuphead? He thinks about it for a second. No, wait, hold on. Like, he stops and he thinks about it. He knows. He's feeling the shame. Like, damn it. Fuck. It gets worse. Oh, hey, he did it. Can you aim diagonally though? Oh no, he's gonna have to parry. Hey, Bucko. Oh god, this reminds me of I Want to Be the Boshi. That game, for those that don't know Boshi, it's such a traumatic fucking game. Be bold, jump! Did they ever come out with the Cuphead, like, Netflix series? Oh god, he's spooge! Yeah, it has a show. I heard it existed, never heard about it ever again. Didn't even hear it came out. Okay, he's out of the tutorial now. We gotta see how he actually does. Talk to Mac. And you know the good thing? Here's why I'm not really a fan of like super detailed, like high definition art styles. Cuphead will never age. Like visually. Because it has a good art style. That's why BioShock it will like always look good. He tried testing out the jump again. He's like, okay, I gotta redeem myself. I gotta train myself. Get Gooba Stomp, bitch. How far are we in? 4 minutes. I need to see. Hold on. Who is this? Who is this Dean? Who is the journalist? Okay. A tech journalist. And lead writer for Games Beat. He gained notoriety after struggling to complete the tutorial on first level of Cuphead during a gameplay demonstration at PAX West. And then they post the video. Oh my god, he's old. He was born in 64. He's older than my father. I'm not saying my father's an old man. I am, but damn. Who's never seen a side-scroller in their life, yeah. I'm pausing this real quick. Because there is multiple controversies. In 2007, Takahashi published a critical review of the video game Mass Effect, satirically naming it Mass Defect. He later clarified that his negative experience was due to not knowing it was possible to evolve the character. Which, I assume he means level up. How the fuck do you not know that? It's a goddamn RPG. Yeah, yeah, I found the wiki. I looked it up myself. Why they sent this man is a mystery. And then he went out to say you don't need to be good to review a game. Yeah, my brother, that's fucking cope. 2011 faced criticism saying in essence that the game Warhammer 40k Space Marine was a clone of Gears of War. Poor performance in some video games journalists after he posted videos where he struggled in Cuphead and Doom Eternal. He's also the Doom Eternal guy? Or am I thinking, was it Doom Eternal? Or was there also one for the first Doom game? After 2017 onward, became the center of controversy regarding poor performance. Okay, I already read that. Some observers regard the criticism against him and others less skilled players as a form of elitism. My brother, you have to play the game to understand it. In 2020, following an investigation by 3 French media outlets revealing a toxic corporate culture within the game development studio, Quadratic Dream... I might as well just bring this over here. I mean, this guy's public information. The game development studio, Quantic Dream... Oh, wait. Quantic Dream? What did... Oh, okay, yeah, okay, no, yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Published a counter-investigation. The piece was criticized as biased by some video games journalists. You don't hear much about Jason Schreier anymore. Then again, I don't pay attention to much, like, video game drama because it just makes my blood pressure go up. He has an older brother who was killed by mistake in a shootout in 93. Holy shit. Now he's married and has 3 daughters. Good for him. First book, Opening the Xbox, was translated into Japanese and French. The second book, The Xbox 360 Uncloaked, was translated into Italian. From 2003 to 8, he worked as a columnist and journalist covering technology and the games industry. San Jose Mercury News. I hope they're better at games than him. Wouldn't it be funny if it was like... What if it was like all they did was play Candy Crush, but they were super bad at Candy Crush? The next evolution. Join the editorial team at VentureBeat, which, by the way, is actually the video... Okay, I'm gonna say this. Props for them to actually keep this up. I apparently disliked the video. I guess I was also one of those people trying to prove a point. That's one of like the very few videos I disliked. But props to them for keeping the video up. They didn't take it down like Naughty Dog, or disable the comments immediately like Naughty Dog. Investigation of the technical issues of the 360. It was reported that a number of current and former employees of Moon Studios considered the studio an oppressive place to work. These allegations were denied by the studio's founder, so of course they were. You know, they're not CD Projekt Red. Like, yeah, you know, we turbo crunch everyone. We have a super toxic culture. You can't even eat fucking meat in our studio, bitch. Like, no one's gonna come out and just say like, yeah, no, we did these things. Yeah, no, we stole Megan's breast milk from the fridge. I slurped that shit up. Appropriate fetish point in their game like Naughty Dog. Oh yeah, I forgot. Like, okay. I like me a nice fit woman. Mostly because I'm a lazy piece of shit that watches anime muscle mommies. So, you know, I like me a good muscle mommy. I'll keep this playing because it's not like there's any commentary. I like me a good muscle mommy. But, you know, I do have the restraint and self-awareness to not put myself in the game. Fucking Abby. And from what I remember, because I never, like, played the game, I do not like Last of Us. I hear that sex scene went on for, like, an uncomfortably long time. Someone animated Abby getting railed from behind. I want you guys to know this. And they call it art. Bitch, I got better art on Rule 34. And better art of Abby, too. Or what was that one guy from Blizzard where, like, he had, like, a huge corruption fetish? And you guys will definitely not remember the tag tier list, so you guys won't know where I put that on there. And like he even put like his wife in the game and she got like corrupted by something. Which, I don't know the context of the corruption. Could be cool. Evil corruption's badass. But it's like super funny to think about. Then again, look at Giger, right? Like, all his stuff is like penises and women getting impregnated. And they call that art. Blizzard corruption sounds a bit of fire. Sounds a bit piratey to me. You think they ever, like, when they were doing investigations, do you think they found the breast milk guy? Unless I was specifically told not to, I would absolutely, as the investigator, name drop that dude. Because one, you need to be shamed at that point. You were kind of being super shitty and a freak. I want you to go into the office and everyone fucking look at you. And just, they give you that look of the, like, I know what kind of man you are look. And this is coming from a guy that sells Viagra. Like, you see these people are all like, I know what kind of man you are. I know what you're gonna do later. He's still going. Yeah, we're only 8 minutes in, and this feels so much longer. You know what, I'm gonna fix OBS because I feel weird with this not being like full screened. And you guys are gonna see like all the VTubers I watch and then you're gonna judge me. Which... I guess it's fine, but I do enjoy my privacy. There we go. I judged you before seeing them. True. I mean, I got good taste in VTubers. Most of the... I was actually thinking about this earlier. Like, you guys know me, like, oh, Hawk, you're the MILF man. Yeah, we know, we get it, MILFs. Most of the VTubers I watch are straight up just, like, older... The female ones I watch are, like, straight up just, like, older, down-to-earth women. Because I'm now realizing, like, fuck, I'm almost 30. My tastes are changing. I just want to vibe with the fellow olds. You know, no more Pippas and Mari underscore ENs for me, guys. No more Silver Veils. I'm here hanging out with fucking Scarlet. Who's that? You'll just have to find it, and you'll thank me when you do. I'll make it like Dark Souls. I won't tell you specifically. I would take the piss out of you, but I would take the piss out of you, but I can do so and be fair. I dated a chick 5 years older than me for years. They're funny though. I will say this. I did see a video of Pippa, that I gained much respect for them. Where they basically said, fuck John Wick, Rambo's where it's at. I love 80s action films. When they do all this like John Wick gun fu, like karate up close shit, it bores the fuck out of me. Think of it like this. It's the equivalent of that scene in the first Indiana Jones movie. The dude's doing all his sword flip shit, and Indy just pulls out his gun and shoots him. That's me. I don't need this long, elaborate one-on-one fight scene. I want to see Commando, where Arnold kills like half the brown people in South America by himself. It's still going. Okay, let's get back to the fucking video games. What came out in like 2018? Wait, what was that? Oh, Hollow Knight came out in 2017 apparently. And another re-release of Kingdom Hearts. Why the fuck is it? Okay, there we go. Did Red Dead Redemption 2 come out in 2018? Why do I feel like it came out before that? Or it came out after that? I feel like it's like a 2020s game. Monster Hunter World. Retro exploitation platformer that's secretly about mental illness. See, I feel like all that stupid combat 1v1 stuff really started with the Bourne films. After that, everything didn't. You know what? I believe that. I subscribe to that. Fallout 76, boys. Detroit Become Human. Another David K. Quantic Dream. Celeste is really good. Never played it. Not my vibe. Black could still laugh at it. Let us never forget that scene where the black robot straight up just spray paints "I have a dream" on a wall. What happened to you, David Cage? You made a video game with David Bowie, and then you just went off the fucking rails with your, like, creepy Ellen Page journal. Shadow the... Don't put a fucking re-release on here. I don't give a shit what it is. Some music. Dude, Vampire makes me sad because I'm pretty sure this is by the same people that did Life is Strange. They made a really cool vampire game, and then no one paid attention to it, and they immediately went back to the cringy teeny bopper bullshit. Up. Guys, it's the game. Came out 2018. Oh boy, an Astrobot game. Oh, this game was mid Bloodborne wannabe. You mean the gothic horror aesthetic? Because that's about it. But it was one of those games where like you may not play it, but you want it to do good just so it goes down the studio goes down a certain path. This Call of Cthulhu game, I own this game. Fuck this game. Fuck it in its stupid ass. Here's why. It's basically every indie horror game with a nice coat of paint on it of like, oh, hide from the monster. Oh, I died. Do it again until you finally get it. And like they have like this like little wannabe pretend like roleplay system where it's like, oh, you can put points in psychology and then you unlock new dialogue for psychology, except you don't, because rather than doing like the Fallout thing where like if you have 3 psychology, you unlock this dialogue option. No, it's percent chance still. So you can have 4 out of 5 psychology and just straight bull rush psychology and you can still fail the dialogue check. Fuck it. Dark Souls Remastered. I played that. Oh, dude, fucking Revenant King. I don't know much about this one. I'm more well versed in the first Ni no Kuni game. Mr. Drippy, best ever anime mascot. Trying to remake the tabletop and didn't do it well. Yeah. But the original was a masterpiece. I do find it funny that you play as the president of the United States of America and you go to the fantasy world younger and with a gun. It's inspired by Lucian and Alicina. State of Decay. Oh boy, the Pokemon on Let's Go games. These games are funny because it's finally like a co-op Pokemon game, except the balance is fucked. Because they don't account for double battles on the enemy side. So it's literally just 2 out of 3 people enjoy gangbangs the game. And I get it, it's like, oh, it's for kids. Yeah, but it doesn't have to be that, like, window-licking easy. It's, like, obnoxiously easy. To the point of, like, you might... It reminds me of when I was, like, 3. I played Gauntlet... You remember when I played Gauntlet Legacy on stream? I played that game with my father when I was like 3 and he turned on invulnerability for me. That's basically it. Don't forget they also give Pikachu and Eevee stupid powerful moves for every type. Yeah. Oh hey, The Crew, guys! This one totally isn't relevant right now. Wait, was it The Crew or was it Drive Club where they were shutting down all the servers? Because I remember Drive Club. First rule of Drive Club is you can't play Drive Club. My dad was super excited for that game. He loves racing games. And it shit the bed. So hard. Alright, what about 19? Now we're getting into the 2020s again. Sekiro, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Control. Guys, what the fuck happened to Mortal Kombat? It makes me sad as a franchise. As someone that grew up with the Mortal Kombat movie and we played a lot of Mortal Kombat 3 and 9. Was it 3 that had like the super crazy big roster? It makes me sad because they release games like every 3 years, and it's like, why are you still doing this, man? This is sad. They keep rewriting the story because it's like a TV show where they keep making seasons even though you know they don't have any ideas anymore, but they keep doing it. And now it's like ridiculous, right? Like the show now has like sponsorships in it just to keep itself afloat. Like, what happened, man? You used to be the dog, now you're whoring yourself out. With like fucking Omni-Man and Homelander as playable characters. I loved Mortal Kombat 9. That was when it like kind of got a little crazy with the rewrites. But you know, Melina was peaking that game. You know, fuck, all the ladies were peaking that game. Fucking Shiva was peaking that game. Did you just describe COD? Yeah. Pretty much. Speaking of the Gears of War franchise, guys, you gotta let Gears of War die, okay? All the people that played the original 3 are really old now. The youngins, they had Homelander, right? They did. They had Omni-Man. Okay, I'll give them this. Adding Conan the Barbarian, that one's cool. No bias whatsoever. DMC. Borderlands 3. Days Gone. I feel bad for Days Gone because I feel like Sony gave him the shaft. My dad loves Days Gone, and I think it's a cool concept. You're a fucking biker in the zombie apocalypse, and you're trying to get back to your wife. Cool concept. Unfortunately, they weren't a fucking samurai game. And so they just didn't give as much love. Even though I think overall they kind of outperformed Ghost of Tsushima. This game though, I will admit, it was the same problem of like Deathloop and Hellblade, of it was at E3 so much by the time it came out, people just got sick of it. Like, yes, we've seen it, it's finally out. Man and Medan, fucking stupid choices in that. Ark Knights, that's the all I know is that there's a lion girl in it. Bloodstained Ritual, I would love to play this game at some point. I'm pretty sure this was like the Castlevania guy and said, fuck it, I'm gonna go make my own Castlevania game. None of this Lords of Shadow bullshit. And there's like that like blonde nun with glasses that was super hot. Daemon Ex Machina, I don't think anyone cares about that one, even though I think they made a second one. Terminator Resistance? What the fuck? Game I did not see on here. I did not see the Mad Max game. Reviewers never talked about it. Journalists never talked about that Mad Max open world game. Everyone I've ever seen play it fucking loves that game to death. Is this the one with the thick thighs? It is. Yes. This is the same vein of Nier Automata, of the female protagonist's thighs were so thick it saved the studio. Oh god, Mario Maker. The fucking, like, dev invisible boxes because they couldn't complete their own levels. Based indeed. Why can studios not understand this? Oh, that's right, because they're envious and they're spiteful and they tear each other down. I'd like to play Stellar Blade one day. I'll tell you this, Eve, not my typical type of girl. Don't really care about that aspect. However, I have a fucking craving for like a good hack and slash. I played one. Called out. I played one of the Atelier games. Yeah, my dad did too. I can't remember which one though. Are you guys ready for the big year of 2020? This is the year I met Vulcan. Great start so far. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Fucking can't stand how people jack off Final Fantasy VII. Jack off the Tifa though. Cyberpunk 2077, The Last of Us, and then Ghost of Tsushima. Lol. Fucking Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Oh no, Genshin Impact. Animal Crossing Doom Forever. Didn't they make that canon in like the Doom games where like Isabella is like a name they drop? I don't know. I don't play the Doom games because I get violently sick. It's an amazing game. The remake is trash though. The remake is absolute trash. Anyway, here's my problem with Final Fantasy VII. Does it have a beautiful soundtrack and aesthetic? 100% absolutely. Tifa was the crush of an entire generation. Like the first crush of an entire generation. I respect it. Tifa, great. My problem is like, I feel like it's at a point where it's like, most people say it's a good game because they hear it's a legendary good game. And keep in mind, when that game came out, Sony dropped a lot of fucking money on advertising for that game. Is a very good game. It's not peak. Yeah. Uh-oh, Cloud, you gotta go save your childhood, like, martial arts bartender supermodel best friend from your childhood from Don Corneo's fucking rape dungeon. No, we gotta do a squats minigame first. We gotta do a pointless squats minigame. Okay. Check it, they add minigames just to spice it up a little bit, but the timing is not very great when there's a sense of urgency. Gameplay shit. That's in it for a JRPG at the time. It did so much, yeah. I don't like the ATB gauge, is that what they call it, where they try to make it real time? Honestly, I think peak like JRPG gameplay was Final Fantasy X, where it was still turn-based and you can take your time on your turn, but if you raised your speed and fucked with the enemy's speed, you could go faster before them. The early pseudo real-time stuff, yeah. And isn't that just kind of indicative, right? Is like, Final Fantasy doesn't even want to like be a JRPG anymore. It wants to be a fucking action game. It just wants to be The Witcher, but with like way more obnoxious particle effects. Fucking bug snacks, by the way. JRPGs are peak though? They are. I love me some JRPGs. It's one of the few games I'm actually good at. Yeah, I don't like having to rush my turn. That's why I didn't like, I love the dress system from Final Fantasy X too. I do hate that they brought back the ATB gauge system in it though. Do not like it, Sam, I am. Ones that don't need skill, they need skill. Look, okay, I can't tell you how much of my life I've wasted on fucking games facts for Dragon Quest IX, because there are objectively some bad weapons and stuff you can go and do. I say as I made a monk that went into Gladiator and then just boosted their tension so they one-shot everything. Another game I like to play. I like to play the first Mafia game. That game looks really fun. It's either gonna be Mafia or LA Noire. LA Noire is really funny. I'm gonna find it. Hold on. Also, LA Noire soundtrack. If you guys have never listened to it, you need to listen to it. It is a fucking experience. Monk with Tension is OP though. The 4 hit staff. That's not what I use, buddy. I used the fucking. Oh god, what was it? It was like a guaranteed crit or something. It's one of the highlights I played a million times. My gladiator one-shot bosses constantly. Until enemies started like debuffing your tension every other turn. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I found it. Hold on. Here we go, boys.
A man who did not know his place. He presumed to ask me questions.
We do a lot of presuming here in the United States, Consul General. It comes with the turf. You fuck young boys, Valdez.
Are you a madman?
You fuck young boys, Valdez. Oh, it's quiet. Hold on. Shit, I got rid of it. Hold on.
A man who did not know his place. He presumed to ask me questions.
We do a lot of presuming here in the United States, Consul General. It comes with the turf. You fuck young boys, Valdez.
Are you a madman?
Let's also not forget where they like interrogate a Jewish guy and there are like so many like Jewish slurs hurled at them. Not like they like say it to the Jewish guy, I mean they kind of do. But like the Jewish guy gets like really spicy. Dreams, that was basically trying to be Little Big Planet. Oh hey, Demon Souls remake that no one fucking ever played. I mean, like, they probably played it, said it was a god game, and then, like, never talked about it ever again. Watch Dogs Legion, the entire marking was super, like, politically oriented, and then you can play as a granny that throws, like, grenades or some shit. Whoop-de-doo. Spirit... I actually never heard about Spiritfarer. What the fuck is this? Boat. You know, I can't talk shit with how much I've wasted in Fallout only like building my settlements. I can't throw shade. Wants to make you cry. It looks like a game that wants to make me cry. Immortals Phoenix Rising. I remember my father played this. It was kind of like an open world, like, action game based on Greek mythology. I want to kick me in the nuts emotionally. See, I'm cool with it sometimes, but guys, I'm gonna throw out a controversial, like, move here. I did not finish Cowboy Bebop because I know it was just gonna, like, kick me in the dick, and I just didn't want to be sad like that. I mean, you know what's really gonna hit you hard when the first episode is a hot Latina MILF getting blown out into space. Priorities, Hawk. Then you deserve to be kicked in the dick. Oh no, also don't get me wrong. I fucking love the soundtrack of Cowboy Bebop. Resident Evil 9 Foot Tall Vampire Mommy. I love that Resident Evil Village straight up, like, the actress who voiced Dimitrescu straight up won, like, voice actor of the year or the one, like, character of the year or some shit. That's how powerful Dimitrescu is. I mean, someone said it right. It's like, so in Resident Evil Village, you you're supposed to be scared of the 9. It's like, how am I supposed to be scared in Resident Evil Village? Getting chased by a 9-foot-tall vampire mommy is literally my dream. And then you spank her with the fly swatter. Did this game ever come out? Wait, what? I forgot about this game. Is this by the people that did... Who made this? Who's the studio that does the Gears game and they rename their company every so many years once they like make a shit game? I mean, I was more interested in the crazy vampire daughters. Yeah, see, that's why that game is peak. Because if you don't like Dimitrescu, then you have the crazy vampire daughters. This is the thing about Resident Evil games, right? Is like, every woman in that game is sexy as hell. Ada Wong, Jill Valentine, Claire Redfield. There's that one chick that just had like a bunch of cleavage and you even like see her hair. There's that. Dimitrescu. Oh, how could I forget about Sheva? Sheva's peak. I really hope guys, do you think that they'll make a Resident Evil 5 remake? Because people do generally seem to look fondly on that game now, even though everyone hated it for good reasons. Mostly a lot of the anger was directed at clear like bias towards reviewers. Because I would love to see Sheva in the year of our Lord and Savior 2025 graphics. Sheva, the Giovanna bitch that was like helping Wesker, she was really hot. Like, they know how to design their ladies, and then not make them like turbo over sexual either. Like, they also make them like badass. Oh hey, Deathloop. It Takes Two, Divorce Simulator. There's your Metroid Dread. Back for Blood. Do you remember the advertisement? This is like, from the creators of Left 4 Dead. And people actually like looked into it and it was like 2 people out of a team of like 97 people. Yeah, technically yes. And then they added a fucking loot box system which just destroyed any semblance of like build. Like, oh, looks like Run's dead, boys. I'm a melee. I picked the melee character and I didn't get a good bat. Everyone said this game was like super pretty and they wanted to play it, and then I've never seen anyone actually play it. Maybe it's just the people I watch don't. Oh my god, it's got like a 95% like. Oh, by Google users. Far Cry 6, I don't remember fucking anything about that game. More Life is Strange. Poppy's Playtime. I mean, a lot of companies do that. Even Julian LaFay's new one did it. And that man did miracles back in the day. Man, I miss TangoWorks now, because wasn't TangoWorks made by the guy that made Resident Evil 4? Like, he was like the lead guy. Granted, that game went through so much development hell that they made like several other games out of the carcass and like discarded shedded skin of the previous builds. Devil May Cry being one of them, and Haunting Ground. No, Julian, he is by Elder Scrolls games have Julianus. Oh right, LaFay, that's who that was, yeah. The guy that said that Todd Howard's a shitty DM. Yeah, like the guy that basically just made Arena and Daggerfall by himself, basically. That was supposed to just be like a gladiator game. by the way. The first Elder Scrolls, that's why they call it Arena. And then they sold all the marketing, and then they made it into an RPG. Like, shit, the world's so dangerous, they just call it the Arena. Inscription. I've actually seen people, like, recently stream Inscription, actually. Oh, right. What was this? I think my father played this, actually. Was this like the? Is this kind of like an MMO-ish type of thingy? 1 to 3 player co-op looter shooter. Yep. Outriders is good. Because I remember I never watched my dad play this, but he was on vacation for a week just because he doesn't go on vacation. So he said, "Fuck it, I'm going on vacation," and he like powered through that entire game in like a week. The Forgotten City. Oh yeah, that was the mod. I like the Skyrim mod, and they just said, fuck it. The people that, if this is what I think is, they did the smart thing. They took their mod, they kind of had to finagle and make all this extra work to fit in Elder Scrolls, and they just said, fuck it, people like it, why don't we just make it its own game instead? It's a looter shooter. Yeah. I don't know any, like I don't know anything. I don't even think I've seen my dad actually play the game. I always thought it was like kind of like a Destiny looking thing, but I wasn't entirely sure. Never quote me on anything. I could be wrong all the time. Guilty Gear Strive, badass soundtrack. I'm really glad it came out with a video game too. The later soundtracks aren't as great though, I have a feeling. Like I think it was around when Bridget came out that like I started didn't liking most of the like songs that were coming out. A lot of them really good after Bridget though. Fucking love Elfet's song. But after a while it just kind of felt a little butt rocky. I know nothing about Boyfriend Dungeon. There's like some controversy with that or some shit. I don't know. Shocker. I know. Male VTuber. Straight. What? We're going the wrong way. What's in 2010? Let's go backwards. Me and my friend broke Outriders. If you don't stop shooting, you gain damage infinity. And other class has a thing to refill ammo. It was how we played the game. Nice, you just turned into like a rail shooter. Why is Alan Wake in here? That was clearly 2012. Heavy Rain, that was another David Cage game. Amnesia, The Dark Descent, and Mass Effect. Oh yeah, Limbo. What's the one bit in Limbo where it's like if you like jump on the button, it crushes you? Or no. What it was is it looks like there's a button if you step on it, but there's like a hammer above you and it looks like it will crush you. And it doesn't. But then you go to the next screen and it's the same thing. And it crushes you. Fable 3 is a damn good co-op game. Yeah. I will say this. If you're not a magic guy, if you're like a melee guy, and your buddy's a magic guy, you're gonna have a bad time. Because magic really eats up the screen with its effects. It's a bit of a troll game. New Vegas, yeah. Dante's Inferno. The development of this game is wild, by the way. I think this is also the game where Satan literally attacks you with his massive schlong. Castlevania Lords of Shadow. It comes back, baby. StarCraft 2. I kind of want to try New Vegas after playing Fallout 4. I know this is like the good one. This is the golden boy. It's the jank golden boy. And perks like Sneering Imperialist is really funny. Where you just become incredibly like racist. Towards like, what was it, like bandits, natives, and like drug dealers or some shit. Where there's a line where like this like native is like trying to talk to you. And I honestly can't speak English. And you straight say, if you're too dumb to speak my language, you're too dumb to talk to me. Released by Bethesda. Yeah, it is made by Bethesda. You bastards and nipple tongues. Oh yeah. I mean, I love me some body horror, but... Forced Unleashed. As a man that, as a teenager, spent his summer vacation playing nothing but Soul Calibur 4, fuck this franchise. Fuck Star Killer. He's like 10 times harder than the final boss. It's bullshit. And then Yoda also steps in because I play on 360, and you can't hit him with horizontal attacks because he's too short. And he just jumps around all over the place. That's the only time you can never actually like hit him, if that were like vertical attacks. Enslaved Journey to the West. Black Myth Wukong before Black Myth Wukong, and it's got a badass like post-apocalyptic paint and a redhead. The Back to the Future game. Dragon Ball Z, Budokai. Alien vs Predators. I'd like to play a WWE game, but I feel like those never go down in price. I would love to like shoutcast like matches of like viewers wrestling each other. Let's go back even further. I think that's a tech ESP awful port. Assassin's Creed 2 came out in 2009. Uncharted 2, Batman. Oh my god, 2009 is shaping up really big. There's also Left 4 Dead 2 and Borderlands 1. Halo 3 ODST, Brutal fucking Legend, and Dragon Age Origins. Oh my god. You were eating fucking well in 2009. I could have sworn this is like from earlier. Resident Evil 5. The game made from stolen money. That doesn't surprise me now. Let it be known, if that's the case, the studio built upon stolen money, and by that I mean Borderlands, is now asking people that if you don't have money, just don't be poor, you'll find a way. You not know? I do not. Most of the controversies I know is Randy Pitchford opening his mouth again, and the Aliens game. Randy the Greasy Fucker. Bayonetta came out in 2009 too. Dude, the fucking Chronicles of Riddick game. This is like one of the good like movie games from what I hear. Really? Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian is gonna be put on here as an honorable mention. Up here with Prototype, huh? And Ghostbusters the video game. I hear these are great. Ultimate Alliance 2, not as good as Ultimate Alliance 1. We might play that someday. But still a pretty good game. It actually lets you play as Gambit. It took out Moon Knight though. Oh, but unfortunately, there's also Silent Hill Shattered Memories. Fuck that game. Love the psychology elements, but fucking hate the ending. It kind of just wipes its ass with the concept of Silent Hill. There's another Atelier game. Atelier Annie. Stolen money from Aliens to make Borderlands and paid another studio 10% of what he was given to make Aliens. And where did the rest go? Well, Borderlands came out not long after. The fucking G-Force. Do you guys know this is like the hentai tag on it on Steam? The fucking... Who remembers G-Force? It's right up there with like Aliens in the Attic. No one remembers that. Mars needs MILFs. I mean, Mars needs moms. The core. Oh my god, fucking Coraline. The amount of sauce of the other mother is kind of crazy. The cock, you're a MILF man, I know, but the button eyes disturb me. Fallout 3 came out in 2008. Far Cry 2. Fable 2 was my jam. I wish they would release Fable 2. I would absolutely play the fuck out of that. I would cuck that dude in the third act and I would steal his zombie wife. Which you can't actually do. There's a character in the first game named Lady Grey. She's a massive bitch, and she tells you if you cheat on her, she will cut off the pretty little head of whatever hussy you were banging to make an example out of it. And then there's this guy that has a picture of her, because this is like way later in the future. And he's like being like super fucking incel about it, and it's like, I need you to go find her severed body parts and I can reanimate her and then we can be in love. But the thing is about that quest is the love spell that he puts on her is the first person you see. You're standing in the room. And so you have to like, if you don't want to marry her, you have to run out of the house. You could straight up just stand there. The man is pleading with you, saying he has nothing, you have everything, please just leave. And you stand there, you cuck him, and then you get a cool like Frankenstein wife. Little bit of moral ethics there because it is like a love spell from a reanimated corpse, not really their personality. But hold on, let me see if I can find like clips of Lady Grey. Hold on. And you know, my dad being who he was, he told me that he had like 5 wives in Fable 1 because you can. And he just didn't give a shit. What's she gonna do to him? Alright, hopefully you guys can hear this pretty well. I still have the fucking Cuphead open. Alright, let me refresh it. If you're experiencing interruptions, find out why. Load, please. Oh, it's so loud. Oh, I just realized who this video this is. Okay, where's oh, there it is. Nice pimp hat.
The hero they're all talking about. I'm impressed. And that doesn't happen often.
It's him.
Oh, that's beautiful. I knew you'd have a romantic soul, not like some heroes. Of course, a woman in
Basically, if you want a rich bitch, Lady Grey is for you. I would honestly, I'm gonna be real here, because I just remembered this. I would love to cuck that dude and take his zombie wife, but I'm a big bleeding heart. And so there's a quest in the first act of the game where like this woman rejects this guy and he kills himself. And you meet his ghost and he wants revenge. So you have to seduce the girl and like then reject her. If you do, she ends up killing herself too. He literally is telling you, make her like break her heart so hard she kills herself. And then he gets bitched at because she also becomes a ghost and learns about the whole thing. Or you can do what I always do, because she's actually a unique NPC, I believe. And actually fall in love and marry her. I can't, like, there are some in there I can't do. Like, be the bad guy. And this is a guy that plays Renegade Mass Effect, because some of them are kind of messed up. One is that, like, you literally, like, seduce and drive a woman to kill herself. The other is this woman, like, has this cursed amulet and she gets, like, super old. And so your options are be a dickhead and make her keep the amulet, or be a goody two-shoes and take the amulet and then you, like, get really old for the rest of the game. Years in Dead Space came out in 2008. God, I want to play Fable 2 now, but they're not gonna ever release it. Especially not after that fucking dumpster. Well, no, okay. If Fable, whatever the fuck they are calling Fable now, is such a dumpster fire, maybe they'll do the shitty Corpo Borpo shit and, like, re-release the old Fable. It's like, see guys, you like Fable, right? Maybe we'll get a Fable 2. Or maybe I'll just have to find an emulator. I don't know. They're not giving me many options. Saints Row 2. Oh, Saints Row 3 was like the crazy, crazy one. Command and Conquer. Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. I'm sorry, Batman, but when you hang someone up upside down and then you have thousands of bats eat them, they're fucking dead. They're dead. There's no hiding that. Persona 4. Oh, Incredible Hulk. Is this is not the first Prince of Persia. That does not look like the first Prince of Persia. Wait, is it? Establishing a new continuity. No. They did the Ghostbusters thing, like I said earlier. They just didn't even give it a moniker. I'm gonna play Prince of Persia. Oh, it's a what? Why is it turn-based? It's fucking Prince of Persia. It's the parkour game. It's the wall running game. The wall running, but combat is turn-based. That's such whiplash. That's like Danganronpa, right? Okay, this is a little different because it's a spin-off. But like Danganronpa, right? Visual novel. What if we turn it into an FPS? That's a spin-off, so it's not exactly equal there, but still. Hellboy, The Science of Evil. That is such a good title. Hey guys. Oh yeah, oh no, this makes... I forgot Guillermo del Toro actually made the Hellboy stuff. I need to go back and see, like, if like Guillermo like added like little things to like say like the Fishman was sexy. Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts was bad. You shut your whore mouth. That game lets you like fly around in a chodcopter. Is the actual driving bad? Probably, but you're there to build dumb shit. Turok. I remember playing this on a demo disc that you got in like gaming magazines. It was in that, and there's like this weird like 3D like Pac-Man game. Little Big Planet did it better. Yeah, they do make some really weird like cringy like teenager shit there in that game though. Let's go back further. BioShock, Halo 3, and Portal. That's a pretty strong opening. Along with Super Mario Galaxy, Uncharted. And oh my god, 2007, that's another stacked game because that was also Rock Band. That was Guitar Hero 3 and Rock Band. Oh my god. Manhunt 2. The first Witcher game no one talks about. Heavenly Sword, is this where I think it is? Yes. I remember watching the movie of this. TF2, the game that never dies, yeah. There was like a girl in this that I thought was super cute. I mean, the redhead is obviously really hot. Oh yeah, this fucking like crazy like schizo sister. I don't know why. I had a crush on her. It's like fancy Tiny Tina in a way, but not like with explosions. Just really like she spoke like someone that had trouble speaking. How else will you sell hats? First Crisis, the orange box. I always remember seeing this in GameStop back in the day. I had Spider-Man games. Metroid Prime 3. Dude, the fucking like Metroid Prime, those are like the shooter ones, right? If that's the case, those games have such a wild fucking like development story. I think it was like somehow this like American dude managed to like land a deal to make a Metroid Prime game because I think they wanted to make a Nintendo wanted to make a shooter because that was like the hotness. And like he was a dick. He was a total fuckboy. And like his dev, like his team didn't even want to fucking deal with him. He was like never in the office. And this is like fuckboy. We're talking like fuck bitches drive fast cars, extreme 2000 shit, right? And so Nintendo fired that guy because they found out he was like making porn in his bedroom. And so there's like this is Nintendo, like Nintendo cannot have this. And so like the rest of the dev team's like, hey, we've been making this. He really hasn't been doing anything. Can we like finish making this for you, please? And they made it. And people loved it, except the person that did the original Metroid game, that created the Metroid games. He got really fucking salty because someone did something more popular than him. Because he tried to make another platform, like a Metroidvania Metroid game. And it didn't do so good. Like, you hear that shit and it's like fucking wild. 2007 was also the B-movie game. And Star Wars The Complete Saga. Silent Hill Origins. Get some sip. What is Avencast? Rise of the Mage. Oh, it looks cool. Oh, it's on Steam. Peak Gaming Peggle. More of a... Was that one with the goblin? Was it Peglin? Okay, this is like Diablo, except you get the boring class of being a mage. Unless there's like magic that just lets you just beat Chad Warrior Man better. Ben 10. Oh my god, Ben 10. We're not getting into that shit. Arthur and the Invisibles. I remember I watched Arthur and the Invisibles a lot as a kid. And then like years later, it's like, what the fuck is this on the TV? Look at the guide. Arthur and the Invisibles like 4. I didn't even know they came out with 3 other ones. Aliens vs. Predator Requiem. Clive Barker's Jericho. There was more than one. Yeah. I didn't even know until like years later. 2006. Elder Scrolls. Final Fantasy 12. Twilight Princess. Okami. Dead Rising. Oh my god, I forgot about Sonic 06. I was gonna tell an embarrassing Sonic story, but I won't. Aragon. Oh my god, Rule of Rose! The game that's not allowed in the UK. Or like, it was... This was an Atlas game, right? Hold on. I know this game's like banned somewhere. Developers, Punchline. Okay. Oh no, yeah, the publisher was in fact Atlas. Damn, Midna. It was not a mistake thing. That's because Midna was not. Just a pair of sexy, like, drum legs that just moans in your ear. Midna, short stack Queen Supreme. That just doesn't fly under the radar in a Nintendo game. When you have to fight tooth and nail to add Palutena to Smash, ain't no way that was a mistake. The Superman Returns game. What the fuck is this? Was this just like the year of the Mafia games? Hitman. The Godfather. The Sopranos. Scarface. The game Rumble Roses, our game. See, this game makes me conflicted because I want to play as the sexy, like, teacher. But at the same time, the American in me wants to play as the wrestling cowgirl. Whose entrance is just like a female cover of Yankee Rose. If we play a wrestling game, that's probably going to be what it is on stream. This was not what I thought it was. The Battle for Middle-earth. There was a game, Lord of the Rings Conquest. It was very much like Battlefront, but for Lord of the Rings. Funniest shit I've ever done playing video games was when you play as the bad guys. I was straight playing as the Nazgul on the bad guy side. And because how the bad side works is basically it's like at the end of like when Frodo's about to throw the ring in Mount Doom. The Nazgul show up and fuck him up. And then it progresses, like, then you go and you, like, take the town, or like the city, or so, you take some cities, and then you go and you kill Aragorn, and you kill Treebeard. It's great. I tomahawked Frodo with an axe into Mount Doom as a Nazgul. That was like the warrior special thing, so I could throw an axe. And then after a while, me and my dad, because we were playing together, it's a really good co-op game. Like most Lord of the Rings games. And what happened was we were trying to get to Aragorn, and he's on like Cloud Top, whatever it's called. You know, they'll put it out, you fools, you know, with the fire and shit, and Frodo gets stabbed. But we were taking a while to get up there, because, you know, it's like a long spinny thing up. Kind of hard to get up there. And so I was playing as like an assassin class. And I said, fuck it. I went invisible, and I just ran up there. I got behind him, I threw him to the ground, and I stabbed him in the heart. I killed Aragorn. It was that easy. You posted the dig off there, yep. Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Was this the one that was tried to also be like Soul Calibur with character customization? Oh, there's God Hand. Talk about The Lord of the Rings game. It was fun as hell, but hard to play online. Me and my dad, we only played Lord of the Rings Conquest offline. I was straight up like, I'm pretty sure we got that for Gamefly, from Gamefly. Yo, MLG Wii Sports, baby, 2006. Armadillo Run, Blades of Thunder 2. Ace Combat 0. We go further back. Now we are pre-360 PS3. Resident Evil 4. True Crime, New York City. God of War. Okay, Resident Evil 4 and God of War. Shadow of the Colossus. Batman Begins actually became the prototype for what would eventually become the Arkham games. Kingdom Hearts 2, Psychonauts. Bratz Rock Angels with a Z. And then they stopped production on Bratz because they were giving kids lead poisoning. Shadow the Hedgehog. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. Really? Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth was 2005? It looks like an early 2000s game. That's probably because they were making in the early 2000s and I got sent into development hell, but... Shadow the Hedgehog. Awful game, but loved it. Yeah. Did they try adding like a morality system? Fear? You guys, I cannot stress how influential this is. Fear. Like, the AI that was put in this game is like the standard now of like learning and adaptive AI in video games. The dude got fucking like tech awards, like programming awards for that shit. Metal Gear Solid 3. A fucking Warriors video game. Oh, it's a beat 'em up. That makes sense actually. X-Men Legends. What would eventually become Ultimate Alliance, the best Marvel game ever created. Brain Age, that came out for the Nintendo. Yes. I wish they would show me more. Time Splitters. We go back further. Half-Life 2, Knights of the Old Republic, Halo 2. World of Warcraft. The first Far Cry game, I don't think anyone... Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines and Fable. Good year. This is a good year so far. Silent Hill 4, The Room. The actual worst year? Really? I mean, Half-Life 2, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Oh, you mean because WoW came out? Yeah, okay, that's fair. That is entirely fair. Def Jam, Fight for New York. What is this game? I've seen this cute little alien all over the place back in the day. Red Dead Revolver. Killed the best MMO I've ever played, Star Wars Galaxies. Yeah. I had a buddy a few years back with Vulcan. And he tried getting us all into... I think that's like the MMO that shut down, right? There's like fan servers and stuff still. Oh, The Suffering! Nice. Bad Boys, Miami Takedown. Fucking Shark Tale. Was a Flash game that got turned into a real game. Oh, that's cool. Dude, I miss those Flash games. It's a shame what happened. Who the fuck is this? It's a stealth action game developed by Acclaim Studios. Samurai Jack, Paper Mario, Bejeweled 2. Tony Hawk's Underground, Silent Hill 3. Starting off really strong for 2003. Dude, what happened? Like, all these games are... These are like some solid entries. Now what happened? What happened to us? It's a society. Simpsons Hit and Run, yeah. Beyond Good and Evil. Do you guys remember when they tried rebooting Beyond Good and Evil? Pepperidge Farm remembers. And they came out saying like it's a multicultural egalitarian, like, bitch, I don't give a shit. I'm here for the fucking pig man. Tell me about the gameplay. Oh, there's no gameplay? Oh right, I forgot that was at E3. Manhunt. Oh, I should not. I like actually like looked around and it kind of made me a little dizzy. Oh, is this F-Zero? When do we get another F-Zero game, guys? When's Captain Falcon gonna be something other than Smash? Never. Shame. He can go hang out with Fox. Dude, what are these like Pixar games just in here? Finding Nemo, Shark Tale, Postal 2, Command and Conquer. Okay, as we go down a little more, what there were like, oh my god, there were 2 Castlevania games that came out around this time. Also a bad game. Doesn't that just kind of sound like a lot of Sonic games after it like stopped being 2D? Fun but bad. Fatal Frame. I'd like to play a Fatal Frame game one day. That looks cool. Hulk. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Aquaman. Bout. Is this the badass Aquaman? I don't know. It won't show me. Oh, I think it is actually. Where like cut his hand off to save his son. You played that Buffy game? How is it? I tried watching Buffy. I couldn't stand it. We go further back. Vice City in 2002. Warcraft 3. Morrowind, Kingdom Hearts, Eternal Darkness, Mafia, Age of Mythology, Neverwinter Nights, just Spider-Man, Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Fright. There's a mid top-down arena fighter. Blood Rain. The hot goth vampire chick we all want that eventually led to a bunch of shitty movies. Wind Waker. Dude, what the fuck? We just keep going back and we just see these like legendary games. Dungeon Siege. What the fuck happened? Burnout. Wait. I think this was made like the lead developer was actually what's his name? The No Man's Sky guy, Sean Murray. Yeah, 23 fucking years ago. They were just popping out bangers left and right. Like, what the fuck? The first Resident Evil was not good. It was Burnout 3 was not good. It was the peak racing game. Oh my god. 2001. One more year and they're at Y2J, boys. I don't know if that's right. Wait, no. Grand Theft Auto 4 is the one with Nico. Never mind. Silent Hill 2 came out in 2001, along with Final Fantasy X. Peak year for video games. Because apparently Max Payne, Sonic Adventure 2, and the first Devil May Cry. Arcanum of Steamworks and a Magic Obscura. Dude, it was really good being a gamer in 2021 or 2001. Clyde Baker's Undying. There's actually a video I need to watch about that. Ico and Gothic and the first Fatal Frame. Oh my god, Shadow Hearts. Soul Reaver 2. Golden Sun. Luigi's Mansion. Dead or Alive 3. A Luigi board. Baldur's Gate 2. Dude, I still listen to the Dead or Alive 3 soundtrack. It's great. It pumps me up. Alright guys, Y2K, let's go. Diablo 2 and Perfect Dark. Oh, never mind. Scratch the Baldur's Gate 2. I think that was the DLC expansion thingy. Final Fantasy 9, Deus Ex, Pro Skater. MM, my beloved. Jet Set Radio. Oh my god, this is when it was WWF. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Capcom. Icewind Dale. Skies of Arcadia. The Operative, No One Lives Forever. A Deep Space Nine game. Return of the Joker. Fucking amazing movie. A Mech Warrior game. Two favorite games of all time. Still Move Millennium. Escape from Monkey Island. An Evil Dead game, hell yeah. Phantasy Star Online. Quake 3. And the first Metal Gear Solid game. Donald Duck going quackers. Oh my god, he looks pissed. His PTSD's been triggered when he fought in the war. How could they have not mentioned prior? America McGee's Alice. A classic of the stream. This is the first one. I played the second. And The Sims. Oh my god. Alright, now we're gonna go to like the jank, but like a crazy era of games. I said crazy. System Shock 2, Silent Hill, and Resident Evil 3. Final Fantasy 8, Legacy of Kain. The Pro Skater. Motherfucking Pepsi Man. Grand Theft Auto 2, Spyro 2, Dino Crisis. I think Unreal Tournament was popular. Super Smash Bros. Shenmue. Man, that franchise died really hard. That's what happens when you don't make a game for like 20 years. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Gran Turismo 2, Heroes of Might and Magic, Tekken Tag Tournament. Chrono Cross. Sword. Oh my god. In 1999, there was a Berserk game. Sword of the Berserk. Guts Rage. Guts is Rage. I've been seeing this one pop up a lot. Saying it's like a super jank horror masterpiece, but you know, that's pretty much every time someone talks about a game. Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko. Persona 2 before they got all weird with their shit. Where they got super anime. Innocence Lost. Why is the Nomad Soul ring a bell? What is this? Oh yeah, this is the game I was talking about. Where David Cage worked with David Bowie. David Bowie basically made a video game. He made like a cyberpunk game. What the fuck? One more year and then we'll see what games came out the year I was born. Banjo-Kazooie, Half-Life, Fallout 2, the first Baldur's Gate, Ocarina of Time, Metal Gear Solid, StarCraft, Parasite Eve, Sonic Adventure, Thief the Dark Project, Spyro the Dragon, Panzer Dragoon, Suikoden, the first Marvel vs. Capcom, I think, Resident Evil 2, oh my god, I just keep naming things. Blood 2, I think there's a lot of people that actually do like Blood. Oh my god. I've seen this game. And like, I like looking for like obscure horror games, and this one's wild. It's a very like, it's kind of in the same vein of like Shin Megami Tensei, like the world's blown up and shit. It's very cool. It's like Baroque. Very, very brutal though. The X-Files game, I hear people really like that game. Medieval. South Park game we probably don't want to talk about. Alright guys, are you ready? This is the year I was born. Final Fantasy 7. Fuck you, Google. Really? That's the first one you hit me with, not GoldenEye, not Curse of Monkey Island, not the actually really cool Blade Runner game, or Fallout. Mortal Kombat 4, Doom 64, Tekken 3, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. I hear that was a classic. Zork. Ultima Online, Breath of Fire 3, Yoshi's Story, Myth of the Fallen Lords, Gradia, Shadow Warrior, Final Fantasy Tactics, and Postal. That makes a lot of sense. So, Hawk, you did your report on the year you were born. What events came out? A bunch of people drank the Kool-Aid because they thought a comet was a spaceship, and Postal came out. Oh, yeah, it was a real wonderful year. The year of death. Tetrasphere. There was one of these games that came out recently, right? Like a few years back. The Klonoa. You guys want to pick another year? I just see what we get. Because these have been wild. You know what? We temper expectations. Let's see what came out last year. Let's see if there's like anything that's actually like worth the hype. That's a fucking DLC, that's not fair. Helldivers, Metaphor. I would like Metaphor if it actually like let go of my hand for a little bit. Unicorn Overlord. I will give the game credit. I want to play this game solely for the fact that one of the people you can marry is like this like 8-foot tall Amazon woman that just wields a fucking tower shield. Like it's nothing. Like she's so big, they have to animate the main character actually looking up. I forgot there's like a Princess Peach game. Wait, what's in 22? Because I think that's when like games actually like started rebounding from COVID. God damn it! I think I have like Numlock on or some shit. Oh, well, Elden Ring, God of War, Ragnarok, One Thief 2, Stray. Tiny Tina's Wonderland. That's fucking cute.
What if we like make a game based on the DLC of the game we made 10 years ago? People like that, right? We can make some money off that, right?
Wrong. Neon White. All the fucking weebs love that game. Cult of the Lamb, the Evil Dead game. I forgot about Ghostwire Tokyo. Oh my god, the Callisto Protocol. Did any of you guys ever see where they did like promotional stuff where they hyped themselves like learn from the masters of horror, and they did like a bullshit documentary, and then the Callisto Protocol came out, and then EA actually made EA look good with how bad their shit was, because the Dead Space 2 remake came out and it's actually good. Scarlet and Violet, the only things that came out of that were the waifus. Mostly your mom. Like I don't know what it is, but they are fucking cooking with like the player moms in the Pokemon games. Sword and Shield, really hot. And then just the Scarlet and Violet mom, fucking Ubermensch levels of hot. Oh hey, Last of Us Part 1. Metal Hellsinger, people talked about this for like 5 seconds, like yeah, I'm Metalhead, finally a good game about metal. Stop talking about it after a week, after it came out. I'll tell you, I listen to some music, not my type of metal. It was all the same type of metal. Give me... I'm more of like a Brutal Legend kind of metal guy. I'd love to play Brutal Legend if it didn't get me copyright struck. And like, immediately. Sonic Frontiers. Oh yeah, Sonic Frontiers is good. A Sonic game? What was that last bit? Oh, nothing. I was just saying, you know, Sonic Frontiers is a really good game. Or a Sonic game. Overwatch 2. Oh, this game is basically dead now, isn't it? It's been like 3 years. Music was banger. Oh, this is a fucking Sonic game, baby. It's always, the music's always a banger. It's like really cringe to admit you like listen to Sonic music, but sometimes, dude, you just gotta rock out to some Sonic music, you know? Once a year, you at least have to hear Live and Learn. And the Pumpkin Hill theme. What was it? It was like the band that does that. They did like, they just made a cover of Fire Woman and just said that that's Blaze's theme, guys. Not ashamed. Yeah. It's one of those things like it should be cringe, but it just doesn't, right? It's like the Metal Gear Rising Revengeance soundtrack. Looking at Overwatch 2 here, though, they really never did recover from when they basically just whipped their dick out and said, you remember all those promises we said were gonna be like our main priority for this game and was like the main selling point? Yeah, we said we're not gonna do that because it's too hard. We don't have time. Sorry, we've had a long day. You know, Tony, he in HR, he stepped on a Lego. We gotta help him with that. Keep spending on loot boxes though. Oh, it's about that 3-hour mark. I'm exhausted from this ranting and then remembering. Spin rotante. Oh, hey, speaking of metaphor, there you go. Never mind, that clip's broken. Oh, hey, Rise of the Rune Lords. Don't play that campaign, guys. You basically have to, like, fix everything in that campaign to even, like, make it remotely fun. Or make your own fun, which I guess is kind of the point, but there's a lot of work in it. Because they didn't really think a lot of it out. Got some cool parts in it, but yeah. Dude, we did the thing again. We didn't play the game. Which is fine, because realistically, guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't have a plan of what to play. All I had on the docket mainly was like either Cyber Sleuth or Fallout. I could have played Cyber Sleuth, but I kind of wanted to finish Love at First Sight first. That didn't happen. Oh, that's gonna be the joke. We're never gonna finish that game. Yes. I will need to make the schedule. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to stream tomorrow because I got closing shift tomorrow. I could come home, not be like ball-bustingly exhausted, and just scarf down my dinner. Could do that, possibly. I will figure that out. Yeah, I will also figure out what games to play. Because you can't just keep doing Fallout, because I'm gonna be real, guys, like, it was kind of cool at first, but I think the novelty wore off of the Silent Hill mod, and now no one watches! You also like that streamception to me? Hold on, let me fix that. There we go. It's a little better. I do like playing Fallout, though. I'm liking it a lot more than I thought I would. I was like, okay, I'll just do like the Silent Hill mod and that'll be it. Oh no. Don't in fact do the Silent Hill mod. Don't do the quest line. I just enjoyed the atmosphere and the sirens. It's my bad. I've been sick for the last week. I haven't been stream as much as I like. But dude, don't worry about that. Like, you're fine if you don't show up. It doesn't help also that it's... I've come to the realization... So let's put it this way. I might post that video, I might not. It's basically kind of like a mini crash out. Or just kind of like... me just talking into a microphone about a topic. I'd like to do that, you know, maybe do like a Core of Midas type shit thing. Not sponging off their ideas, but you know, like actually like doing Hawk Talks of like... I was watching this one video, it was just labeled I'm Tired, and it was this VTuber, Hysteria V. And she was basically really beaten down by the fact that like after 2 years of like doing content creation, she hasn't gotten anywhere. And that hit me real hard, you know? It's like when you're having a conversation with somebody and it really puts in perspective. I got kind of down on that. I'm trying to figure out what to do about that. It's kind of like a little like burnout thing, but I don't know. But this was a good stream. I like the just chattings. When people are around, it actually gives me like things to do other than talking in the void sometimes. So yeah. So literally every stream where I say thank you for watching, it's always appreciated. I really do mean it. Yeah, that's rough. I will say this. I did like kind of like write a strip because my marble mouth would fuck it up. And then literally the next day, they also posted a video saying thank you. And they got a lot of support. It's really sad that the algorithm only showed them after they basically wanted to go to Home Depot and buy rope. But it's good that there were people that were like super kind and actually wanted to support her. You know, even though she does play Poppy's Playtime, that's a fucking shame. But yeah, she got a lot of support, which is nice. The algorithm is a cruel mistress. Yeah. Maybe I'll pull like a Randy Felt face. You know, like I'll make like this big like crash out video lamenting that I have nothing left. You know, like I can't pay my fucking bills and YouTube's beating me down. And then at the end it's like, oh, and by the way, I made it all up. I'm actually not a doomer. First draft, fuck you, Hemingway. There was one video idea I had. And this is me stealing a video idea. and that is finding finding a group of people, maybe like more than likely in the Discord, and we like legitimately sit down and we think of like our childhood crushes. For example, like we can dissect that I fell for the goth girl psyop of my major like childhood crushes being a Lulu from Final Fantasy XIV, Rogue from X-Men Evolution, and Akiza from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. I love a woman who actually just kill me. Hi, I'm willing, but are you? I straight up just listed a bunch of mine. And it could be also just like, well, guy, what do you think about like Pokemon? You know? It's basically like, what was her name? Was it like Emichu or something like that? Like they did a video like that a few years back. I thought that was like a cool idea. Get the boys, maybe get like this. I'd say like finally like the female perspective, you know, because I'm legitimately curious like how many girls actually liked Sasuke or like had a crush on Sasuke. Because let's be real, as a guy, he's annoying as shit. Well, he's edgy, but women might also find that annoying as shit. Especially when all he wants to talk about is kill his brother and, you know, he's kind of an abandoning asshole. Yeah, that'd be like a fun idea. I have to shoot the idea. And I'll also probably find like a bunch of games to play. And then post a poll in the Discord. See what people might be interested in. One I will tell you now, and I've kind of talked to Kunojo about this because I need some info and he's the guy for this franchise. I have acquired means to play the first Dot Hack set of games. You know, SAO before SAO was like a popular subject, and it's also way cooler and more in-depth. I don't know much about it, but from what I've heard, it's like SAO, but also a little bit of the elements that make up like the premise of Serial Experiments Lane. I think. Don't quote me on that. I haven't actually seen a lot of it. But it'd be a really sick idea. Oh yeah. Also, I will say this, Lex, I hope you are feeling better. I really hadn't said that. I said that you've been sick, but hopefully you're feeling better. There's the pharmacy guy. Oh yeah. This was fun. I love the derailments and just shooting the shit. When we became really sad when we realized the quality of games just went down over the years. Also makes me really think like how much we've advanced. Still a little under the weather, but it's getting better. That's good. Lord knows I gotta be careful when I get sick, given my job. Although I will say this, Lex, the Fallout streams you missed, I feel like they were up your alley. Because one of the vaults was straight up, we were experimenting on diseases on unsuspecting people in the vault. And then there was also... There was enough... Like, most of them were, like, super science related. But then again, that's just the vaults. It's like, we'll save you from the nuclear apocalypse. Actually, secretly, we're just gonna fuck with them. What happens if we feed them this pink paste? Oh, all the children are feral. Oh, they're killing everybody. Or like, what's the one vault where it's literally just a bunch of clones of a guy named Gary? And like every single enemy is named Gary and all they can say is Gary. Some of the vaults are super funny. I will say this, Lex, you did also miss. We found our emotional support French robot medic waifu. Her name is Curie. Technically CVR13, I think, was their designation. Yeah, she's great. She's super cute. I used to be a cake guy, but now that I'm older, I'm more of a Curie guy. Piper still annoys the shit out of me. This is very based. Oh, she's great. And then we can turn her into a human. So all you, like, android waifu guys out there, here's your gal. The old robot, you know? Anyways, that's enough now. I think for the rest of the night, I'm not gonna speak. I've been ranting passionately for like 3 hours. Like a month or so ago, smashes the button repeatedly. Oh, she's cute. Love her. And I think she might give me stem packs later. Oh, free. I guess kind of speaking of sore throats, is like a month or so ago, our staff pharmacist and one of our technicians was like doing this dare, and whoever stopped doing like a Valley Girl voice first had to do like one of the jobs we all hate doing because it's tedious. And they did it for like 40 minutes. And they said that their throats hurt. And I was like, you ladies got no fucking clue. I didn't say fucking. I do not swear in the workplace, believe it or not. I try to be professional. You have no clue. I do that stuff with the voices for like 3 hours straight on the daily. I've got iron pipes, baby. I've got the adamantine throat. Oh, hey, Kazuki. You missed the nostalgia, Kazuki. We went back and we looked at like games based on every year. There are games that came out every year. So what did we say, like 2014, 2009, definitely 2001 was like the years to be gamers. It had like some pretty hot ones around those times. Who make these AI character bots might actually be the horniest people ever. Well, yeah, it's like when VR was coming out and that was the new hotness, right? What was the first thing they did that was like any form of advancement? VR porn. And then we proceeded to give it to elderly people for a laugh as they had heart attacks. And then they probably proceeded to not give it back. And then came VR chat, which is just a cesspool of debauchery and pedophilia. Anyways, on that note, I think I'm gonna call it. This my throat's actually hurting now. You know, spiky. And I'm also super tired. Anyways, thank you all so much for stopping by. Take care, everyone. What's that? The fantasy RP ones have been kind of fun. Had fun. Don't judge. You know, I can't talk. I was legitimately curious about like the AI girlfriend thing. I wrote like one sentence and I was immediately off-put by it. So, can't be worse than me. Anyways, bye everybody. Take care. I will try to post a schedule tomorrow. Try to figure out whatever sort of mess that is. That's it. I sound like a snapped violin string in that clip, by the way.